So when we last left off, you guys were furthering the 2 threads of investigation. 1, the missing clerk, and 2, the missing defector. Both of which had proven challenging to track down, although in general you guys were having fairly decent luck tracking down the missing clerk, although apparently right after whatever he was trying to do was happening, ending and culminating in the last time with the burning of Vossmeyer's personal residence, whereupon the elf and the dwarf, strangely working together, decided to do battle with numerous mercenaries, get an arm broken and a few other injuries, and then let the guys go.
I got the look and feel so I can fight him again. Right. If you just kill him, it's a one and done thing.
That's right. This way he gets twice the experience.
But they'll send more. Humans always send more.
Well, that's fine then.
Easy to cut down.
Right?
Okay, so you guys have retired to your various places. I believe you are all, or at least most of you, were at the Dwarven Tavern down by the Dwarven Engineering Guild, and at least had compared notes for the night. It's now the following morning. What would you guys care to do?
Did you read the scary book?
What's reading some books that we found in
He found?
in the burnt house.
Okay. So, first off, let me give you a couple of handouts relevant to what you guys got. This was the ransom note that the Lord Marshal had given you.
I can't read it.
Hopefully somebody in the group can read. Okay, that was the ransom note given to them when the defector had disappeared. They had received that note, and the Schultzman was trying to set up arrangements and delay as long as possible. That was related to the defector. This was a note that you guys had found in Carlsbad's apartment when you searched for him. That's the clerk that had disappeared. Apparently makes you allergic, so be careful. It's very dusty.
I don't remember what we ended up deciding.
Oh, what the hell?
I don't remember what we ended up getting out of that.
Declaration of change. Seekers after truth will seek in vain. The architect of fate holds out one hand, but he opens 9 eyes.
To see this crumble in empire or something like that.
But we still have more that we haven't translated.
We have translated it, or rather, my character has translated it. I just don't want to go back and find the image.
I thought we had a copy of it with us translated. But I
No, you have that.
There's enough here. I could probably translate the rest of it.
Okay, so the 2 of you are at the bed and breakfast. The other 4 of you are at the Dwarven Tavern. What would your plan be for today?
Well, probably rest for a couple hours since I was up all night.
Yes. So
I want to find out what
late morning, maybe 7 o'clock or so. You get up.
Okay.
what he found out.
Okay. Now the dwarfs have splinted and wrapped your arm,
Okay.
so that it hopefully won't get worse and have to be cut off.
Okay.
They suggest you keep it out of dirty water, keep it clean, etc. Don't get it hit by axes or hammers. Other than that, it'll take at least a few days to heal. In traditional Rolemaster mechanics, it'll be like healed by tomorrow. But we don't have that fast of healing because it's Warhammer, not Rolemaster. Okay, and you were looking for the notes from
Didn't get the recent software.
From Wasserstein or Vossmeyer's house.
Yeah.
Okay, so that is that one.
I was going to the Church of Shalia.
You were going to go to the priests of Shalia.
Yeah.
Okay.
Or specifically, the different churches that we were given the names of. In order, the Church of Tyr, Dove, Burma, and the Tears of Ladies.
Okay. So you're going to try go visit each of the temples?
Yep.
Okay. Matt, what are you doing?
Let me look at my notes real quick. No, I had a plan today.
I mean,
Okay. It's he opens 9 eyes to gaze upon this ruined empire.
I was close. I mean, as a goal, we should probably find this person that's asking for ransom money. And
You want me to read that out loud again real quick?
you can.
My dear Marshal, your errant magister is now my guest. I should think 1,000 gold crowns would be sufficient bounty to have him handed over in return for our hard work in capturing such a dangerous individual. When you're ready to make payment, let Half Nose know. Words reaching his ears soon reach mine. Regards, a low king.
Still think we should beat him up.
Does it say a Loki or
A low king.
Okay. So to answer your question, Ben, give me a lore arcane roll.
War magic.
Yes.
Is it okay if I roll for my overnight HP recovery?
Sure.
Okay.
Sorry about your own.
I'm gonna go speak.
The dwarves took
We're
care of
actually
it.
gonna go to the 85.
Sort of.
85. Okay.
I'm gonna go speak to.
I mean, they say to keep it clean.
Half nose?
But
Yeah.
It's a
They
broken
should-
arm.
Okay.
that.
Okay.
And they should know that I'm a dwarf and they're dwarves. They
Yes.
should know that's not possible.
Yes.
Well, it's also not a compound fracture, is it?
You look through the various books. It seems to be focused on the worship of chaos. Most of it doesn't make very much sense. It seems almost like it's chaotically written. You don't seem to see any patterns per se, and aren't really able to decipher it. You're either going to need some more skill or more time.
So you guys had figured out the guy with that smelled like tobacco. He was a retired clerk. Is that right?
I mean, he quit his job
quit, yeah.
abruptly.
He resigned.
Right, but it's not the same guy, right? Or is it the same guy?
Same guy.
Oh.
Yeah.
I haven't seen him at all. Every time I go, you guys will let him run away, so I wasn't sure.
Oh, believe me, I'm feeling the same annoyance.
Okay. Don't you want him to pile up as much gold as possible so we can donate it to the poor?
You can pile as
Sure.
many poor as you can. You have extra gold.
I have no
What did you
desire.
just say? Are you just like
Donate?
vomiting stuff now?
Donate? What's that word mean?
I know.
I have no
Strange
desire
how
for
that
gold.
is strange.
I mean, he already sacrifices his poor little kids.
So we know, like, the area where this guy is walking from, carrying the stuff from the burnt, not the second burnt place, but the first burnt place. When you guys dropped it, when you guys caught up to him, he got out of the coach there and walked. So he can't be that far from that building, right?
Correct.
Yes.
So we just stormtrooper every door, or?
I've been trying to figure out a way to do that without stormtrooper in the doors.
I think that's a great idea. We should start doing that.
Just bust down doors until somebody screams. That won't take long at all.
Where's the guy that smells like tobacco? They're turning over their parents, their grandparents.
I already thought up the idea of trying to get a bloodhound in this local area. I mean, the reek of tobacco is going to be severe.
I mean, don't we have a dog? Well, sort of. We used to have a dog.
Yeah,
Did we ever go get that dog back?
No,
No.
We probably should. It's morning. I mean, at least to the next morning. So.
Nah, I don't care really, but
I mean, if Hadley doesn't care, I'm not worried about it.
Yeah, it's up to him. It's his
I mean,
dog.
today it's a Great Dane anyway, so it's going to cost more to feed.
So you head over to the southern area to talk to Half Nose?
Yep.
Okay. You find him at the Bretonian place. He's at his usual spot having breakfast.
I'm gonna walk up to him and take a seat at his booth, fill him with silver.
You're going to fill him with silver?
Fiddle.
Oh, fiddle with the silver. Okay. Yeah, you back?
I have some questions to ask, but
Looks like you got money.
I'm gonna place down 3 silver on the table.
Okay.
Who in the city might deal in kidnapping?
Who?
Aside from the low kings.
Anybody who's going to do anything with kidnapping is going to deal with the low kings sooner or later.
Alright. Where might someone who is trying to hide from a certain group of people looking for them, where would they hide in the city?
Well, you'd have to be a lot more specific. Mindenheim's filled with hiding places. The Low Kings keep many safe houses around the place. Just the other night, there was one up in the North Quarter that was knocked over. Whole bunch of disturbance up there. But beyond that, I mean, I can't tell you where people would go to hide.
What do you mean by the hidey hole that was knocked over in the north? Where was it?
He scoops up your coins. There was some safe house. There was apparently some sort of commotion a few days ago. Several of the guys that were there were apparently murdered.
Do you know by I'll set down 3 more coins. Do you have any idea who?
Who murdered them?
No.
Well, no. That's a big question, though.
Then I'll place a gold coin on the table.
Okay.
And who do you know what organization these poor folks belong to? If any? Who? What kind of low king? they
Word
work
on the
for?
street is they work for the man.
Everybody in this town works for the
No,
man.
these worked for him specifically.
Got it. They didn't work for any of the low kings.
Not from what I've heard.
Then why might someone attack one of their hidey holes rather than others?
Well, your guess is as good as mine, but I imagine there was something valuable there.
I have an idea. So, he keeps hiring the same band to go doing jobs. So what if we stake out the bar, drink all day, and if he shows up, we found him?
I like the drink all day part of that, but the issue
What
with that
location might be the
is-
next target for
He
the
said it
they
was his last
specifically
job.
said it was their last job.
fires?
There's always a their job.
Well, I have no idea. No, he can give you information as to the Thieves Guild and their operation, but he can't tell you motivations for people or what their target is.
I gotta get away from this dwarf and human.
I'm still trying to figure out the question we haven't asked.
Okay.
That
Need the grove
needs to be
lever.
asked.
Well, once you figure it out, feel free to stop by. I'm here most days. Bring your silver. He scoops up the other 3 silver. He ignores the gold.
Alright. Then I'll pick it back up and walk out.
Okay.
It's nice to know he's not greedy.
Then then I'll go to.
Just a little greedy.
Then
Searching
I'll
the gold.
try to find this hidden den in the north.
That's why he only accepts silver.
Well, it
Would you
wouldn't
like to-
much be hidden.
Would you like to
Kinda
get the
funny 'cause
address from
I'm
him?
actually
Yeah.
allergic to
Okay.
gold.
You're right. I should. Sorry.
Sure. He gives you the location of the place in Nordtown that supposedly got hit 3 days ago.
Alright.
Right.
Is Nordtown basic more Nordlanders?
No,
Is that what it's
just
called?
the northern
North-
district of the
okay.
town.
Just making sure.
It's a relatively well-to-do place. Most of the northern city is more well off.
Yeah.
It's north of the university and everything, but it doesn't have a higher population of Northmen
Just hoping.
just because it happens to be closer to
Yeah.
Nordland.
It's closer. You want to go?
Yeah. I'll make my way to the.
Sounds like it's pretty logical to me.
I-
They get into town like we're done.
We're
Right
done.
here.
Let's hang out at the north.
Get some beer.
Yeah. I'll make my way up to the address.
Okay. So what are the rest of you guys doing?
Well, are we gonna see if we can get? Can your dog track? Is it a bloodhound today?
No.
No? Okay.
All right.
So I mean, we gotta get a dog. Because it might be a bloodhound today.
We don't know what he just found out.
Well, you do not know anything about what he's doing solo.
I'm just in the bar eating.
There it is. Way to take the hits, by the way, Dwarf. I was impressed.
Yep.
Not as impressed as his arm.
That was lame.
He crushed it.
So is his arm.
God. All of you.
So we gonna rent a dog, or are we gonna see if we can get his dog?
I mean, we need to have the specific tobacco smell. We need to have something that we could say, here is this guy's scent. And I didn't smell any tobacco smell in his apartment, right?
In his apartment, yeah, you smelled
Well,
some.
then I could get something.
Just from the air and everything else. But yeah, I mean, you'd need some personal effect of him to use a tracking dog, if that's your theory.
Only we had a halfling with a cute sense of smell or taste.
We'll just put a chain around his neck.
That's right. Track him by taste through the city.
Just lick the ground.
It literally turned my stomach.
It's only a highly
Do we
populated
ever-
Middle Ages
Yeah,
town.
yeah.
Other than the books, you
I found another chamber pot, guys.
I picked up basically a Chaos Altar worth of crap,
Yeah.
baby skull,
Right.
a bunch of papers and stuff. I mean, I gave it all to him to look through.
For clarity, it was not a baby skull.
That's
it
what
was-
I'm calling it. I don't-
Okay, that's fine.
I didn't take the time to
I
inspect
do
it.
have
What is
a
this?
sense of smell.
It was a humanoid skull. You estimated
my thinking.
perhaps a younger
You're
child.
basically the dog.
I do have a cute sense of
would that
smell.
be-
Do?
Well, that's that
Can
guy
I
there.
track by
No,
smell?
no, you can't.
It's not that
You
acute.
can
Not
find
that
bis-
acute,
You
no.
can find biscuits in somebody's pocket. So. He's got 2 sausages.
I'm not touching that.
I got so much to say to that too.
Shut up.
We can go rent a dog. It's probably going to be the best idea, unless we want. This is for the merchant, but
So I'm afraid if we make the dog like sniff the, like the baby skull that he said it was. Bless you. Yeah. Random NPC. Anyway, like
Somebody's
if
just
he's gonna
walking
take
by.
to like somebody else's house where the small child was
Well,
from
the
instead of.
baby skull wouldn't really be a trackable device. Okay, because that's not really a personal effect. Yes, it's very personal to that person.
But if he was in contact with it, but
well, that we don't know if that was actually his because, I mean,
Probably
he burnt down the building, but that wasn't his building or any of
oh,
his
that's
stuff.
right.
I'm just gonna be.
So-
Bloodhounds can't be used in a city like this, anyways.
I wouldn't think so. No, there's far too many smells overlapping.
Shit's way too strong.
You guys have never seen a bloodhound work.
I have.
I have heard. Well, I had one hunting down my cousin who was abducted and killed, and I can tell you what they can sniff out is unreal.
It is amazing what they can do. But was he lost in the city?
In a medieval city covered in feces and urine.
I'm telling you, they can differentiate a smell from an amazing amount of stuff.
I
Oh, yeah,
fully
sure,
agree.
I
I
get
fully
that.
agree. And modern techniques for training and everything are far more advanced, anyways.
I also know that modern drug dogs are bullshit. So
Now you can go hire a whole bunch of foxhounds and track them down that way.
Where's the local? Is there a tobacco shop close by to this particular bar?
oh, that's a good idea.
To this bar?
Mhm.
Sure.
Yeah, like
Mer-
the
merchants.
neighborhood tobacco shop.
Well, there's.
Sure.
I'm gonna go check it out then.
Okay. You head over to
Where you
the
going?
local tobaccoist.
Oh,
Well,
I'm
he's-
not there.
yeah.
Actually, I would have in the morning. Went
Yeah,
to
you
the-
met up with him. Yeah,
Hey, I'm gonna try to see if there's a tobacco place,
there-
place where you could buy.
there's a lower end one near this area, given that there's more industrial as far as this
I
neighborhood.
want to go up to where he was staying. He probably has a specific. Most tobacco users have a specific tobacco they love.
Yeah.
Okay.
I'll go with
up to
you.
where he's living. If he smokes it that much, he's got to be addicted.
Okay.
I've smelled it, right? I've smelled the tobacco a couple times now. Been in the rooms and all this other stuff.
I can take you to his apartment.
Yeah, let me do that and see if I can.
Yeah, I mean
So,
you'd be
okay.
able to identify the
yeah,
smell of it
identify
certainly.
it. When we go to the tobacco place, go. Okay, it's this type of leaf.
Okay, yeah. So you find a tobaccoist in the northern section. His very fancy front area, Has a tall wooden statue of an elf right out front of it, smoking a cigar. And
You guys have a reputation.
Apparently.
You
Probably that
guys
damn
have a
ranger.
reputation.
Ranger was a bit of a slob.
There's a well-dressed guy inside, currently tending a variety of ornate-looking boxes
I would have
with different tobacco and everything.
I would have tried to clean up my clothes as best I could. I mean, I would have put on my nice clothes that I used to go see the graph in, I guess, while he's sniffing around the apartment.
Okay.
I wear my typical physician's clothes.
Sure.
My other clothes are probably pretty
Yeah, the blood on them is dry.
Yeah.
It's fine.
Yeah.
smoke. I smell like smoke. Shit.
You do.
All right.
You
Either way.
smell like you've been in a campfire
Not that
all night.
bad.
All right.
Not the end of the month.
Did you
not
go?
At the end of the
Did
year
anybody
yet.
else go with
Go
us?
with us?
Oh,
Go check out tobacco shop.
sure.
The bar's up that way too.
Okay. The bar's all around the town
Yep.
now.
We're with them then.
Okay.
You going? No?
Okay, what are you going to do, Ben? Books? So you're just going to continue studying the books that you haven't gotten anything useful from?
Yes.
Okay.
Dude, you look so tired.
Like, he's gonna come up with a way to decipher it.
Possibly.
Today.
He
Okay.
might.
He's gonna.
Or he's gonna go insane and learn chaos magic.
Yeah.
He's just gonna shake.
Either way, it's a win-win.
Right?
If I shake the book, it's chaotic.
Grow a tail. Grow a tail. Come on.
Prehensive, as long as it's
Yeah.
prehensive.
Prehensile.
Okay, so the four of you are there. The shopkeeper wanders over, says, "Yes, how may I help you?"
We're looking for a specific brand of tobacco, but I brought my trusty halfling here.
And he's wandered off.
I'm like, damn it!
I'm the largest halfling you've ever seen.
He's outside digging through like fruit carts.
Well, I'm
I come back in with a thing of grapes.
like, all right, damn it. So he's a special kind of halfling, kind of like when you get a sat or a pig that can find truffles. I got my halfling tobacco sniffer.
Right. You looking for perhaps grapevine tobacco?
Please let there be a class. Halfling tobacco
No.
sniffer.
Okay,
Wait, there's grapevine tobacco? That'd be amazing.
sure.
That
It's a
sounds
fantasy
disgusting.
world.
All right, but either way, I also wanted to
I start sniffing around.
try to.
Okay.
Is anybody here? Can anybody here talk? Because I am not a conversationalist with this character. I'm going to do it anyway. I'm going to start
You
trying.
prefer B to talk?
No. I'm gonna start, say, listen.
Do you prefer Andy to talk?
I was at a.
So the answer to your question is no. None of them were.
I was at a local bar. I was at a local bar not too far down the road because I had heard it's a adventurous place to stay. And a gentleman walked by me, and he had a very pungent and quite frankly sweet smell to him. That I'm trying to locate that specific tobacco, and perhaps even him. He seemed like somebody that I would be interesting to sit around with, perhaps share a hookah.
Think you do it
And
to people's home?
wanted to know if you happen to know anybody that frequents your place. That he looked kind of bookish, maybe. I tried to describe-
Particularly pungent, you said?
Yes, particularly pungent.
He pulls out a box and says, "Would this be it?" and holds it up to you. No, this one's a bit too bitter.
This smells like crap. No, it's better than this.
It's sweeter, apparently. yeah.
Sweeter.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yes,
Uh,
I wanted to say something.
Oh, go ahead.
Does he deliver? Do you make deliveries to people's homes?
no.
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 Okay. I was just wondering.
No.
Check.
This is a cash only service. People come in and purchase what they wish,
Good idea.
You mean,
as fresh as it can be.
well, within the walls of the I'm trying to think of something appropriately insulting.
Credit cards. If it's cash only, that means they're asking for it's like,
Well, there's credit.
There is credit.
There's credit.
There's
What about the
credit.
people on the other
Caskins.
side of the wall?
Book
They
notes.
don't come down here to get their tobacco.
The people on the other
They
side
have
of the
runners
wall.
for that.
Well,
They
The-
send people
the
like
one-
you, remember? That's where I hired you.
The ones outside of the city?
Did you lie to
No.
me?
no, I'm talking the Royals.
Yes. What about them?
Do they ever come down here?
Occasionally.
Them themselves.
Of course.
What
This
did
is
they
the
use?
highest quality tobacco in the city of Mindenheim. Of course.
Alejandro came down here, didn't he?
I've seen him once or twice. It's been a while. We generally don't stock the elven weeds.
Why are you looking at me? Short stuff?
He pulls out a small barrel of something, opens up. Perhaps this is closer to your taste. Yeah, smells exactly like it. Very strong, earthy smell. Bit of blackberry behind.
You got a good pipe I can buy from you?
First off, who do you know that buys that? I mean, frequently.
Oh, not many people are interested in this. This is Commandant Stout. Commandant comes from fields off to the west. Not very much call for this given its strong aroma. Tends to linger almost like garlic breath.
Yeah.
But a bit more palatable and flavorful for those that like the taste.
Great.
The West, like swampland.
How much is this stuff?
Yeah. Commandant is just to the south of the Schadensumpf.
I look around for a modest pipe.
Okay.
Here.
He has a variety of what look like hand-carved pipes, all remarkably nice. I mean, if you're into pipes.
Any halfling style designs?
Sure.
I'll grab.
They're smaller ones.
No, they don't have the real long ones, the goofy long ones?
Yeah, that's still small for the rest of you.
Fair
Look at the
enough.
sun.
Little Popeye pipe.
Dwarf holds one out here. You hold it. You have it like this long.
That's why I couldn't set your arms 4 times as long as mine.
But yeah, no, they have several different racial designs.
Release your muscles, damn it.
He commented, "Yeah, these are fine pipes. We import them all the way from the Moot. Fine halfling craftsmanship. You interested in a new pipe today?
Yeah,
You don't
yeah.
seem to be one that smokes frequently.
No, it's not my occasion, but I'd like to start.
Smell. Man. Anyway.
Very good. What sort of price range are you looking for? We have some that range for 3 gold. If you want to go a bit higher, then these fine ivory ones over here go for 20 gold.
Made out of real teeth.
It's like gold. All right, I'm gonna smirk and say, so I'm trying to remember the gentleman's name. As a
Again,
walk by.
you're at like a premier level,
Yeah.
high end tobacco store. Their stuff they're selling is not the dollar store type
I
stuff,
feel
I
like this is
understand that. I also understand that my character has designs on being a thief
which is fine.
with sleight of hand.
Okay.
Where would we go?
You
'Cause
gotta start down
I
at
don't
the head
think the
shop
gentleman. You said this
downtown.
pipe is about 3 gold, and you range up probably very expensive beyond that.
Well, sure.
The gentleman that I passed, I don't feel like he had, quite frankly, rich enough blood to afford your shop. This is the only shop I knew of to come to, but do you know of any other shops that specifically may specialize in that particular leaf? Or somebody that may sell more of it?
Again, there isn't very many shops that carry this. It's not a very high demand sort of thing.
Okay.
I only have 1 or 2 customers myself.
Describe the guy again. Is this one of them?
Yeah, that's whatever his name is.
Klaus?
No,
Oh, I'm sorry. That's I have it right here. Clerk
Carlsbad.
Carlsbad.
Yeah, Carlsbad. He works at the
Eric
at-
Carlsbad.
yeah, he works at the castle. He's a financier for the crown.
Interesting.
He comes in-
Finance here.
Yeah. He comes in perhaps every couple of weeks and buys a barrel of this.
When was the last time he was here?
A few days ago. He picked up a couple of barrels, said something about going on a trip.
Damn it.
Do you know where he was talking about?
Where he was going on a trip? No, he didn't say.
So maybe he's gonna get the last of his financing.
All right.
So how much? Okay, with his normal consumption of that tobacco, how long do you think he would be before he would come back?
With normal use, one of these barrels typically lasts about 2 weeks.
And he bought 2 or 3 of them.
Yeah.
So he's on a long trip.
Do you know? I mean, have you ever heard him talk or say anything about him
Not come with that.
frequenting it someplace close by?
It's going out.
I really want to talk to the gentleman.
No, he seemed very religious. Always had symbols of Shalia. And other than that, he talked about his business at the Crown.
Interesting. All right, well. I really do appreciate your time. You said that pipe's 3 gold?
Well, yeah, the low end ones, but I would really recommend one of these other ones. He points to a 10 gold one.
Right. Well,
I mean, if you want to get the real earthiness and true flavor of the tobacco, this one really can't go wrong for you, and it's a fine elven design.
tell you what, do you want that tobacco, by the way? Seriously? Mm-hmm. How much is the tobacco?
2 gold for the barrel.
Jesus Christ.
Lasts you 2 weeks. Again, I don't sell very much of it. There's not very much demand.
If you really want it, I'll buy you the tobacco. You're going to have to get your own pipe.
It's just like an apple poured out. Memories.
Tomorrow he comes back to you. Can you buy me some more tobacco? I smoked it all.
What the hell? So you have a small, so you have a small barrel of tobacco now.
Okay.
Good luck.
Put her on the dogs, Nick.
All right,
Goes the same thing.
I just shake my head and say, good day, sir, and leave the shop.
Excellent. Feel free to come back.
Can I get a discount, please?
For
We bought the tobacco. I really like one of the cheap halfling pipes, but I'm just nobody pays physicians like they used to. There's no war going on right now. I can't make any money.
well, since you seem like a reasonable fellow,
I mean, I haven't stolen anything.
he reaches behind the counter and gets an old box out, shuffles through it a bit, pulls up a fairly low quality corncob pipe.
Yes.
Says, "You can have this. This was donated by one of my prior customers. Should still work."
Okay.
Better get the cleaning kit.
Yeah.
Pop.
I can't. I thank you for your generosity, sir, and I will repay you. I can afford a silver, and I know this. And with
Okay.
an establishment as fine as this, it's the best I can do.
Can you get a cleaning kit with that, please? He's going to need a pick and some pipe stems.
I don't know about any of that. I wanted to start.
He gives you a small box of tinder
You don't
twigs.
have a pick and stuff like that, you're going to be in trouble, dude.
Literally in real life, I know nothing about smoking shit.
I only know the basics because my dad used to smoke a pipe.
My uncle used to. That's all and my dad did
Yeah.
too. But
Anyways,
Alright,
he gives you a small box of 10 tinder twigs.
thank you.
Thank you, short stuff. Let's go.
I wanted to talk.
That's the joke.
I'm only about almost twice his height.
So,
Almost.
do you think he left the town then?
I don't think
I
so
mean-
yet.
I guess he's not gone yet.
No.
We tend
So-
to operate at night.
Yeah. But if he's religious,
Yeah, that's what I was kind
Let's
of
go to
thinking.
the temple of, you said Shalia, right?
but also if he's still working, like the other clerk's office wasn't the financiering office, was it the same?
The from
same-
what you got at the clerk's office,
Yeah.
he was the head accounting auditor for the Crown, overseeing military affairs.
Gotcha. Okay. So yes, that's correct. Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. It took me a minute. I was like, maybe he had a 2-second job, and this stuff
No,
was
no.
just
The interpretation should be more along the lines of, in public, telling him I'm the head clerk of the accounting office. Everybody rolls their eyes.
right.
Telling somebody I'm the head financier, it sounds fancier.
Yeah.
That's what he goes
I'll
by.
remember that tomorrow at work.
Yeah, you're a head financier.
That's right.
Just bring your elven pipe
Just
and
start
smoke.
Smoking in the middle of the office. That sounds good. Yep. Should be all right.
Your boss wouldn't care. You're the head financier.
Right. The desk plaque that just says that. Head financier, don't ask me. So Temple of Shalia, it's probably the best place to go.
Especially with him.
Yeah.
You been there yet?
No, the dwarves took care of it.
Uh-huh.
Is it still flopping to his side?
I go to poke him and I'm like, yeah.
Not yet.
Not
Soon?
yet.
Too soon? Okay.
He's got 10 around
Yeah,
it still.
that it's just still covered in metal. So.
Take
Okay. So, meanwhile, you wanted to look at temples as well.
The halfway took care of it also.
Okay.
It's a pro.
So,
I wasn't there to do it. That's the problem. See, I'd have made it.
find the detail on that.
I got 130. 134.
Hit points replenished a decent bit last night, though.
So did mine.
Still in penalties, but
Jesus. How many did you have left? Like 6?
I had like 30 or 40 left. Still.
Jesus.
Yeah.
Okay.
I mean, 2 levels of hardy with dwarven toughness goes a little bit.
Yeah, it was a bit difficult for me not to buy another level of hardy, but 200 gold for what? 25 more hit points? Yeah.
I would have done it.
Well,
200 experience, I should say.
I view it more as depending on how much toughness you get with your race, it is worth it or not.
I mean, it's probably. I actually would have got 27 extra hit points for it, so I'd be up to 160 something hit points.
He'd still be 100 ahead of you.
No, I'm not at that point yet. Working on it with this consume alcohol race.
Right.
Okay.
Oh, that increases their toughness. I forgot.
So, there is
These
5
guys
temples.
Take consume alcohol. That's
As you determine doing some basic asking around. There is one in Ostor, one in Brotkofs, one in Geldmund, one in the Wind, and one in Oswald. The first one is the Church of Blessed Tears. Then there is St. Agnet's Shrine, the Dove and Heart, St. Berta's Chapel, and the Tears of the Lady.
Yep. That's what's done.
Where are you going to start?
I'll start with the Dove and Heart.
Okay. So you head to Geldmund, which is near the trade district. There you meet, it's a standalone chapel that sort of stands separate from all the other buildings on the corner of a street.
Oh, no problem.
There are quite a few what looks like local women there, and a nun that's tending the chapel, who introduces herself as Sister Ermagard.
Oh my god.
Yeah.
Okay.
You're 5 years old.
Most of the women are here seem to be chattering and gossiping more than praying.
That was funny.
But the nun doesn't seem to mind per se. She's mainly more interested in people just being here.
Okay.
So how can I assist you?
Hi, I have been looking for someone recently that has disappeared. He went by the name of Eric. I don't remember if we were given his last name.
Carlsbad. Are you
Eric
talking about,
Yeah.
talking about the clerk?
Yep, the clerk.
Carlsbad.
Eric Carl.
Eric Carlsbad. No, I don't recall that name. Has he been coming to this church for a while?
I may have the wrong name. May.
Okay. Would you have a sketch or a description of him?
Try. We can use art skill.
Maybe.
I can't write, but I can draw.
Stick figures count.
Oh my god.
But
He's so excited.
I'll draw out.
It's one of those
I'll
skills
try
like
to
row.
draw out
We never roll with
a
row.
picture of him. I haven't.
Okay, give me an art skill roll.
Yes. How about trade printing?
No, how about art skill? Unless you have a printing press in your pocket.
Alright, right.
That's what he says to all the ladies.
I have all the lore except. Okay.
It's not a lore, it's a skill.
Oh, seriously?
Yeah. Basic skills. It's the first one. Art.
Everybody can draw. Rarely can they draw well.
I was about to say, not true.
Everybody could draw.
Dwarves are pretty good at it. Apparently.
Dex based.
Yeah.
I'm over 50.
Yeah.
6. No. She looks at your rudimentary stick figure sketch. Says, I appreciate your effort. Unfortunately, I don't recognize anybody by this, and yet it's strangely familiar with most people.
Then I'm gonna ask for a different name because I'm, like I said, may have the wrong name.
Okay.
Go for Yarmouth.
Yarmond. Yeah, I remember meeting somebody by the name of Yarmond. Hasn't been here very often. Never really donated to the church. Didn't seem to be an active member. But I do remember somebody by that name.
Do you happen to remember why he was here?
Well, I assumed to pray to Shalia.
Can you give me a general description of what he looked like?
I don't remember him. We have many people come through at a time.
That's fine.
It vaguely like your sketch.
Ooh,
Thank you for your time.
I've seen that.
Okay.
And the next one I'll head to the tier.
Hey, while we're on
Tears
our
of
way,
the Lady.
Yep.
Okay.
Lady.
can we pick up some
That
things
is
from
in
shop?
Oswald down
I wanna
a
get a better weapon.
a old alleyway.
I mean, I ain't got no money to buy
Well,
a shirt.
I got money.
Looks like the neighborhood itself is fairly neglected and run down.
Yeah. I just feel
The
like
chapel
cash
is
not
a
helpful when you're
3-story
fighting people with
storefront
Any sort of armor.
No,
that has been
you're probably
converted
right on
to
that.
a church.
Got it?
There's a few poor beggars sitting out front. Hold out their hands as you walk by.
I'll toss some bronze to each of them.
Okay. They have made their income for the week now. And
Maybe more than their income. It's usually brass zero for them.
yeah, sometimes they get a brass.
Yeah.
Inside there is a single nun. From her demeanor and her stance, it looks like she has some fighting experience. She's middle-aged, but obviously has not been a nun for her entire life.
Yeah.
Okay. She looks at you as you wander in, says, "What brings a brother of the wolf to the Temple of Shalia?"
I am seeking someone who has disappeared recently in the town. Nick goes by the name Godfrey Yarmond.
Yarmond. No. Don't recognize that name.
I had heard he was frequenting each of the chapels of Shalia in the town.
Is this a person of some note?
I have generally been given little information as to who he is. That's not required for my task.
What exactly is your task?
I am to find him and bring him to the guard.
So you're a bounty hunter?
Sort of. He has disappeared, and the guard does not want him per se imprisoned or dead. He was captured. They received a ransom note for him, and that's all I know of him. He was some high member
Are
of
you-
some sort.
Are you working for the cheese?
No.
I've told them to stay out of my business here.
What kind of business would the cheese have here?
Well, they have the protection racket, of course, and you certainly seem like one of their common bouncers. So I would ask you to please leave.
I'm going to show her the
One of the low kings.
symbol of the.
Okay, gonna show her the badge. Okay.
I'm working for the watch commander.
As soon as I saw that, the color scheme.
Not-
Okay. And why do you seek this man you're looking for?
Me and a few others, you may meet them soon. We're hired to find them as the watch commander received a ransom note from a low king, as stated. He did.
Mhm.
The Loking did not state his or her name, and I am attempting to locate his location, so we may remove him from the hold of the Loking.
To what end? I still don't understand why you need him. I'm willing to assist if you're on official business, but I can't. If whoever it is came here, I can't voluntarily offer anybody up to be harmed.
We seek to save him from his current situation.
So you promise no harm will come to him?
I promise no harm will come to him.
Under your vow of Ulrich.
I don't. If Ulrich deems him unworthy, I have to play the police. If Ulrich deems him unworthy of,
I don't know where this Yarmund is. Sorry, I can't help you.
thank you for your time.
Okay?
I'll leave.
Okay.
You didn't have to do
He
anything like that.
did that already.
Next, I'll go to the other church that has Tyr in its name.
The Church of the Blessed Tears?
Yes.
I thought you said you had it written down.
I have a name for each of them written down, and Tyr ended up being two of them.
Yes.
Yeah. I have Tears of Lady Chapels and Tyr. That's the other name.
Okay. So the Church of the Blessed Tear
Blessed Tyr.
is in Ostor. Okay. That'll take you a little bit of time to get to.
Yep.
So, meanwhile, the four of you after the tobacco shop, where were you heading?
Temple of Thalia, right?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yep.
So you guys get similar information. Asking around, where's the Temple of Shalia? You get a confused look from the locals, who indicate that there are 5 temples of Shalia in town. Which one are you looking for?
Whatever one made out of stone.
Up near Northtown
Or that one.
first.
Okay. So the closest one would be Ostor,
Okay.
which would be the Church of Blessed Tears. You get there about the time that he's getting there.
Okay.
Okay. It is a 2-story or a 2-room church, fairly small. Looks like from the architecture it used to be a candle shop, converted into a temple. There is a priest, introduces himself as Brother Simon, who greets you to the otherwise empty chapel.
Church of Blessed
You seem injured, Brother Dwarf.
Yep.
Would you care to make a donation and perhaps let me tend to your wounds?
My wounds have already been tended to.
Are you going to tell us what
See,
you found
you
out?
got a great physician halfling here. He says it's gonna be He says it's gonna be better in a couple days. Wouldn't want to betray his trust.
From the swelling, I'm not so sure. Perhaps Shalia could give her a blessing.
I'll be fine.
Okay.
Why do you say that?
She requires a vow that we will not harm.
Well, we're not here to harm him. We're here to bring him back alive. Of course we're not going to harm him. 100%, I'm dead serious. Our job is to get him back 100% safe and alive. So yeah, we're not harming
Can
him.
I assist the other 4 of you? You all seem well armed for such a temple. We're a place of peace.
Sure.
We're a place of peace, but the outside is not.
Okay. No.
Tobacco?
No. Just incense and candles.
I gingerly put down my weapon and my net and just set them down.
Okay.
Sorry.
What do you know of the other nuns in the city?
The other nuns?
Sorry. The other nuns of the Shalia. specifically the nun that owns the Tears of the Ladies. The Tears of the Ladies.
I know she's a fine worshiper of Shalia. She does her best with what limited resources the neighborhood can donate. Being the Tears of the Lady is a difficult posting. Not very many people donate any goods or resources in that area, yet she's able to give what she can to the poor and the helpless. This area is a little bit more favorable. I mean, not only was this building itself donated to the church, but we have several wealthy benefactors that keep our doors open for everybody. Perhaps you would all wish to partake of Shalia and give a donation?
I'll toss 2 silver in the pot.
Okay.
I watch this and I pull out the holy symbol of Shalia. I give enough. I give of myself to Shalia every day.
Yes. Shalia rewards you for your giveness.
It did allow a amateur engineer to create this ear for me after I lost it.
Of course. Shalia brings blessings to all.
And repair your broken arms.
Oh yeah, and repair my broken arms.
Right? You're
6'7".
6'7". I can't reach your ear, can I?
Nope.
I want to poke his ear.
It's also strapped on, so it's not like it's just sitting there. It's got a whole head harness thing going on.
This way you can like pull it back and it like
Yep.
really
Snap it. Oh my gosh. Oh.
Is that elastic? The amount of scarring I have there, that would hurt so bad. All right, take one.
Not to mention blow out your eardrum.
So my friend here, was inquiring at the other temples, and we'd like to do so here as well, as to whether or not you've ever spoken with or could give us some guidance on how to locate.
Go for Yarman.
Yes, is that his last name?
I reach into my pocket, pull out the tobacco, walk up to her, just wave it in her face. Have you ever
It's a he.
He.
It's a priest.
Okay.
Priest
It's ma'am. I wave the tobacco in his face and be like, have you treated anybody that smells like this?
No, definitely. I would certainly remember such a pungent.
Is he lying?
Is he lying? Doesn't seem to be.
Okay, he wasn't here. Let's go.
Well, we're
wrong person.
We're asking about somebody else.
Nah, man, I really need to start paying attention. and I just wander off.
Okay.
Yeah. Godfrey, Yarman. We heard he frequents all the Shalia temples.
I don't remember anybody by the name of Yarmond ever stopping
I already
in.
got the chaos part down. Just
No?
need to get the agent part.
Godfried is a relatively common name in this area, but Yarmond would stand out. I don't remember that, but again, we have many visitors that come to the area.
Is there any major name amidst the town or house that goes by the name Yarman?
Not that I'm aware of.
Is he the only priest here?
Yes,
So we can kill
you could.
Nice. We're good people.
I miss the fire mage. Where's my fellow evil?
I would have finished that before you lit him on fire.
Can I burn him a little?
I'm healing.
It is a candle shop.
Sorry, man. Not fired.
No, but I'm just talking about. He went from burn them all to no, we can't hurt them.
He just admitted
He's only half as effective as at stopping you now, though.
So did you tell?
Are there healing supplies around?
Miscellaneous poultices and
Did you
things.
tell just you
William, I'm neither.
about the other place?
I was going to take about one
You still
healing
talk
actually.
to him.
I assume
Okay,
he
you
told
want
all
to
of
make a
us,
donation?
but he and I were having a little like.
No.
How much are
little
you willing
whispering
to donate for Shalia's blessings?
2 silver.
2 silver. Okay. He thanks you for your donation. Drops it into the box.
With that,
I'm gonna
I'd like
watch.
2 more silver.
With that, you're going to put 2 more silver in.
Yep.
Okay.
He can't be out tithed.
I'm gonna take the chair in the hotel room.
Meanwhile, you see the halfling over on the side going through the guy's shelves.
I'm rich enough to play this game.
As soon as I hear the donation part, I want to watch because I want to learn.
Okay.
So,
Learn how to steal.
no, I've already got my pack full of shit. It's fine.
William, did
So
you
I,
tell? Did you tell all of us about your the prior
Yeah.
one you went to? Okay, I know you guys were whispering. That's why I was asking.
Yeah, we're just trying not to say something. Dwarves usually just like pour molten metal on the wound and it's done for a little bit. So
I believe it.
I feel like she knows at the other place. She knows where he's at. We just need to.
Oh, she knows where it's at.
Smooth talking.
She's not going to help us.
It's not gonna
Yes,
help
she will.
you.
It's not gonna help you.
I'm more than happy to.
She knows.
protect him.
She knows who you
Yeah.
are,
Well, yeah, that's fine. She can know who I am.
and she knows that you're working with me.
I'm just working alongside you. I'll protect him. I'll
Well,
say it.
Go right ahead.
I'm happy to protect him, just like I told the guard. I'm trying to make my name better.
I can't believe you didn't say
I
that you would.
spoke to Half Hand or Half Nose. He
Punch him.
claimed.
Punch him in the nose.
He claimed that
Give me
recently
a endurance test at -20.
one of the northern lighthouse in the city was
That's why I
robbed
didn't
and
want them to
was
kill me.
sacked,
It's like-
and everyone.
And now they wound me.
And specifically, there were
I have
4
no more
men. None of the locations.
But your arm isn't in pain anymore.
My arm
That's
is
my
my arm
prior
falls off.
thought of the woman being the man.
Okay, fine.
Might be worth going back and talking to her.
Roll a
Like,
4?
hey, I heard
I
about
told
this. Something we can solve for you.
Rips your arm off.
Roll
I'll
again.
Go ahead and re-roll.
Okay.
I mean,
I
I
agree
prefer
with
the
you,
habit
Laura.
arm.
I'm having a hard time hearing you.
Oh, not much gooder.
Okay.
Start with the nose.
So your arm glows with a bright cleansing light,
Okay.
and you feel the pain somewhat subside,
Okay.
and your arm feels better. Does not fall off.
Okay.
Oh,
For the best, I re-rolled probably.
Okay.
That's really neat. I thought the only way to heal somebody was to burn them.
You have a
That's
75
kind of cool.
endurance.
Mm-hmm.
Alrighty then.
you got me beat by.
Thank you for your time.
I'm a dwarf that has spent his whole time fighting effectively.
And
I
playing.
forget you're like 2,000 experience already.
That's how where you started at, right? It was
Yeah.
2000.
Yeah.
Well, there's only one chapel left. The chapel of Burna.
We're not going to that one. We're going to this nun you talked about.
Yeah.
All right. I don't think we'll have an issue. I can't believe you couldn't give a vow.
It's nothing there.
I
mean, I
it's
saw
not
the
bad.
I'm not gonna
exclamation
give a
mark.
vow
Yeah,
when everybody
that's because
went straight
because
to
when
the
I have it set
So
for a
what?
private
It's
GM
you.
roll,
It's
it
not
only
him.
whispers me
Oh, wow.
because
And if
it's
you die
useful
trying
like
to
that.
keep them alive, you've kept your vow. Right?
That show up this time?
I was at first I'm making a vow to begin with.
Oh, come on.
Okay.
That's sad.
So we're gonna go back to the
I'm not gonna save a chaotic man.
where the nun warrior nun was. Oh, sorry.
Okay.
I assume that's only tests that include that arm grip, not just like I'm trying to think of rock, and then I'm taking a mic, and then I'm
You're
taking.
trying to think of a rock?
Well, I just want to make sure it's not tests on everything.
Physical skills.
Okay, that's what I was asking for.
Which one?
If you're trying to think of a rock, no, you do not have a
Okay.
penalty.
Gotta make sure.
Not much good experience with making vows. So
That's a weird example to use.
I'm giving an example.
Think about kill this kid, damn it.
I have the lore to do such things, so I can't think about rocks.
you're not the only one in the group that knows about that.
I really don't know because you and I would have a serious problem.
Okay,
not been
so
truly
what were you
shared.
doing?
We're going back to the
It
nun
will stay that way.
temple where he spoke with the nun prior, the warrior nun.
Okay, which one is that?
The one that said get out of this chapel.
Yeah, which chapel is that?
Ladies' Tears Chapel.
The Ladies' Tears Chapel?
I got her pulled in. Don't memorize these things. Why do you think I write notes? The Tears of Ladies Chapel.
Okay, I know you don't memorize it, you write notes. Thus the reason I'm asking for what the
Yeah.
name is, because I know you write notes.
No,
And
nobody likes it when I don't.
I
write
will,
down.
I know.
I will
I've
be
got
separated
4
from the
things
group
written down the
I
whole
am going
time.
to go to the
This
Temple of Burma. Or Burna's Blessing. The last remaining temple.
Well, you've been to 2, and there are 5.
That's what I was thinking.
I've
too.
been to 3. This one. Tears
Okay,
of
you've
Ladies
been to
Chapel.
3.
Okay.
Dove and Heart,
Where-
Church of the
what's
Blessed Tears, and the Tears of the Lady. You haven't been to St. Agnes Shrine and St. Berta's Chapel. So you're going to separate from the rest of the group and head off on your own again to St. Berta's, while the rest of the group goes here to talk to this person that...
Do what?
Okay,
You're gonna need to like tag homes with the
so the 4 of you head over there.
Eventually.
Um,
That's a little terrifying.
it's in a neglected neighborhood down a side alleyway, fairly run down.
Have I been here before?
You've been near this area, yeah.
Okay.
There is a large storefront that is converted into a Shalyan temple. There's a couple of beggars out front. They're talking amongst each
Hoods
other.
up indeed.
Okay, they're talking to each other, comparing a couple of copper coins they have. But they reach out their hand as you guys walk by, and you go inside. There
Maybe the
is
drowned rats.
no, that's in the wind. That's in the far southwest. You guys are in Oswald, which might
is
be in
the
that.
other ones. Hold on. That's
I get confused with a lot of these. It's weird. It's like there's all sorts of places.
Rats. I murdered everybody in that tent.
the Cut Purse Tavern is the other thieves guild. I don't remember the name of those people, but the Drowned Rat is the other.
Yeah,
thieves guild.
Oswald. Yes, you are close to the drowned rat. This is the temple where they had the people being tended to. It's near the hospice, but this is a separate chapel down one of the side roads.
I just look. I kind of keep my head down and everything, slouch a little bit as I get near this place when I see the beggars,
Okay.
i.e., trying to make it a little disguised about who I am.
Okay. You guys head in. There is a capable-looking nun currently wiping down some offering plates. Everything in here appears to be made out of wood and pewter rather than any of the fancy silver and things like that from the other places. She looks up at the four-armed guys walking into the temple. Says,
In a dog.
I said,
No. No dog.
We having a retreat?
I said I learned my lesson at the last one.
I keep
I
bringing it up.
set my weapons down on the ground.
Giving up.
Okay.
Dog, dude, your dog.
I take a silver and I put it in her.
Okay.
So,
Right here. With you guys.
remember when-
You put a silver.
in the box after I put my weapons down, because I learned at the last place to put my weapons down.
I like reminded you 4 times in the morning.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You realize the claim said dog is our own. If you don't decide to pick it up when we said, it's already well past morning. So there may be a bit of an issue.
He didn't need his dog.
This is some delicious Chinese food.
It's not a Sharpay. Come on.
Man.
Well, I leave the group immediately and head over there after I realize typical
He's like,
ADD
wait a
halfway.
minute.
Can you go with him?
Sure.
We'll meet you there.
Yeah, okay.
Don't let him go alone.
Biscuits.
Okay.
I walk in there with my knife out, by the way, when we get there.
To the tavern?
Mhm.
Okay.
Jesus.
Crazy athlete.
I'm hoping we'll catch you. Is why I say go with him.
My knife. All right, come
Yeah.
on.
All right. Either way,
Did you say toothpick?
Okay.
well, sister, and I still have my Shali and holy symbol out. It's a pleasure to meet you. We talked to a brother of the priesthood in north of town earlier. He spoke very highly of you.
Yeah?
I don't remember his name because he was unremarkable to me, but we're here because we were told by, what would you call him? I don't want to call him my friend, a colleague, associate, yeah,
That's what I've been saying.
that there may be some information you have to share, but he was unwilling to give a vow.
Okay.
A vow of protection for the individual he was asking about. We're here
Okay.
we're here to assure you that that person will be well protected. In a simple vow of yes, we're going to protect him because our job is to get him alive to our benefactor.
That's an awful lot of words. What do you want?
Want to know if you have any information to provide about Godfrey Yarman?
Yeah, and as I told the guy that was here earlier, I've heard of him. He's been here a few times. I haven't seen him in several weeks.
Did he ever come here with anybody?
Not that I recall. Not many people come here, though.
Well, I've been around here several times, not to this particular temple. I'd go to the hospice around the corner.
Sent you a note, Thad.
And you were arrested walking through the streets of England.
Ooh. Is there? You don't recall anything about his visits, who he may have been here with? Maybe he would meet secretly with somebody here, or
She looks around at the 2-room chapel. There is no secret place to meet here.
Have you heard it? Well, see, you wouldn't have a ear to the street, would you? I'm trying to get a feel from her to see if she has the etiquette criminal, things like that.
She certainly seems to.
We're in a chapel.
Beyond that, no. I mean, she seems to be fairly straightforward.
She and I are both straightforward, but we're both also very seedy individuals. So,
Well, she doesn't seem seedy, but she has a background
okay.
along those lines. But she seems to be acting fairly straightforward, fairly up and up.
We believe he's in absolute danger,
Yes, moral.
and any information you can, or any direction you can point us in to the next step of trying to find him would be helpful. We unfortunately,
Well,
we went to his home and he wasn't there, and it looked like his room had been ransacked.
I do appreciate it, and I wish I could help. It sounds like quite a few people are looking for this Jarman fellow these days. I certainly wish him no harm.
Is there anyone else that came by to ask other than that wolf person that we're talking about?
Yeah, you're the third group that was here today.
Can you help us out with who the other group was?
There was a couple of guys earlier. Didn't give me their name.
Descriptions would be fantastic.
She gives you a fairly generic descriptions of a couple of humans.
I bought a handful of silver, like 9 or so,
Okay.
and just handed it to her.
Okay,
So if you want to put it in the box, you can.
she does.
All right.
She says, yeah, I don't know. It sounded like it looked like they were from the Drowned Rat.
Asking about Godfrey Yarman.
Okay.
I mean, that's who they were here asking about Godfrey.
Yeah, they said they were looking for some fellow named Yarman. Seems very popular these days. So, around that time, the halfling and the dwarf return.
That quick?
I've sped up, okay. Got my steps in.
Do you have your dog?
No dog with them. They've only been gone maybe 5-10 minutes.
Was your message
To you, but I'm assuming you brought him back with you.
okay? Did you see my message though?
I saw yours.
I
Yeah, I'm fine with that.
Okay, well then I would try to drag him
Yeah.
with me
Yeah.
as best I could. All right, when I walk, so we're walking back into the chapel then. Hey, guys, there's some bad guys outside. Lots of them.
I look at
They're at least 5 feet tall.
Like,
I look at the priestess and say,
missing?
actually, I look at all you guys and say,
Because you keep insisting on doing everything on your own. I keep telling everybody to stay together.
He has said it many, many, many times.
I keep suggesting it.
That's why I
All of
didn't
us are
understand why you
together.
didn't know this.
Well, not you. You're being a bookworm, right?
which is our
Which is fine. There's nothing wrong with it.
As long as you get information, it's
Yeah,
fantastic.
yeah. You're providing
Or a tail.
valuable
or a
service.
tail.
Or stay alive to inherit their gear.
Either way.
Yes.
How's he going to do that?
Oh, that's a sword.
That's what I was thinking too. It's like, nope, they're
So-
respectable. They go back to the tavern and return all of our
That's
gear
right.
to the person.
They're honorable.
I look at
runs.
the priestess and say, I suppose you're going to be a neutral party in this?
In what?
Apparently, I'm going to guess it's the drowned rat people out there probably going to get ready to accost us.
Okay.
I look outside. Is there like a front door or whatever?
Yeah.
I go out and look.
You see people on the street and so forth. Looking a couple of a courtyard away, you see maybe 6 or 7 rough-looking fellows, just sort of looking at carts and things like that, absently.
Right. I look down at the beggars. Are they still here?
No, they've left.
Yeah, I figured. All right.
And I paid them a silver.
I can get out of this. Can you guys?
Of course.
Without going through them?
Why wouldn't we go through
Why are you guys bringing this trouble here? What is it? What does this Yarman have that you guys need?
I'm just to break it down to you. You ready? It might
Break
risk
it
your
down.
life. I'm serious. This
That's right.
this may cost you your life.
Suddenly, the elf breaks into rap.
Break it down, y'all.
That would be classic now.
I can't beatbox, but anyway.
It's easy. Boots and pants and boots and pants.
Boots and cats. Boots and cats.
If only you were prepared for that.
Right. So first off, I need you to tell me you are willing to put your life at risk for information I'm about to tell you. Because I'm not going to tell you information you die and be on my conscience.
Well, I don't know what information you
Well, it
care
has-
to share, but I mean,
It's a threat to the entire city.
I live in Ostler. My life is constantly at threat.
This is a threat to the Middenheim.
Oh, okay. Well, that sounds
And
a bit overblown.
Wait, what? It is. And that particular individual has information that could help to save Middenheim.
What the hell am I involved in?
Okay,
The guard.
So
give me a charm roll.
I'm not trying to charm. I'm being serious.
I know.
You're brave, you're good.
But there's no diplomacy, so.
Do I have any ranks in charm?
I do.
No, 98.
90? Okay. So, okay.
Oh yeah, I would have made that.
Well, the four of you obviously are in need. Come with me.
All right.
Okay.
Look at me.
I pick up my
I'm
weapons.
little. I can't fight.
She said, "Come with me. We're not going outside."
Yeah, she
taking
heads towards the back of the room,
Oh man, I was hoping he would kill somebody.
moves a cabinet out of the way where there's a door, opens it up. There's a stairway leading down. As the door opens up, you hear something shuffling around downstairs, like scrambling around type stuff. She grabs a lantern off a shelf and heads down.
I take a big whiff. Does it smell like rat?
No,
That's fine. I don't even draw a weapon. If she doesn't have one out, I just follow.
no, she has no weapon.
Wait, the rat queen.
I'll pull the cabinet into place behind
Let me
us.
know if you want
Okay.
to know
After we
how
open
serious of a situation this is, but you may end up having to abandon this temple for at least a period of time.
Okay. So she heads down, and at first you don't see much. She holds up the lantern, looks around the room, says,
Watch it be her, and she's about to kill me.
Man.
Godfried, come on out. And you see Godfried step out from behind one of the boxes. He's like looking back and forth like crazy-eyed.
Hey guys, I found him.
Like people are all around. And he said, and he steps forward, looks scared out of his mind as far as what's going on. You're with the man, aren't you? I had to kill him. He set me up, or maybe your purple hand. Dirk sent you, didn't he? That traitor always wanted my position. Now I understand. You're from the other cult. You couldn't hide from me. I figured you out. I knew there was more to the kidnappings than we could account for. I have it here all in my books. You stay back.
What do you mean by other cult?
You stay back. I'll fight.
I'm still holding my dagger.
I know.
Like, really?
Yeah, he seems scared out of his mind. Standing there clutching some papers and books in a satchel.
I make a show of putting away the dagger,
Okay.
and I walk up and start trying to take the books from him. Let me read those.
No, yeah, he backs away from you.
All right, I look at the priestess and say, "How long has he been down here?"
He got here sometime yesterday morning.
And I look at him and go, "You killed the man?"
No. I killed the guards. The ones he said they were protecting me, but they were going to kill me.
Oh, you were the one who killed the people up at the house. Gotcha. So we're here, not working for any cult, not working for the man.
No, how do I know I can trust you?
I'll show him the badge.
Well, I don't know what that is.
It's a badge of office.
So says you.
Look, I got one.
So we need to get word out. Hey, man, I'm the fastest runner too.
So
Jesus.
is this
Long
the
legs.
is this the only? Is there no other way out of here? Is there a way out of here to the nun,
The done?
or is it back the
Well,
way we came in?
Well, you can head out the way you came in, or I guess you could use the smuggling tunnel.
Yeah, that probably be better. I mean, I'm just making sure.
So no, yeah. Years ago, when this place was donated, we found there was a tunnel that leads down and across the street over there. Comes out through one of the other buildings. You could use that if you're stealthy. But Jarman isn't in any situation to go anywhere. Unless you can convince him that you guys are who you say you are, I'm afraid he's just going to yell and make a lot of noise anyways.
Do you recognize this boat? You're a lawyer. You're high class.
No.
You don't recognize...
I don't use bows.
Well, sure, but the Ranger. This used to be
So
his...
he works for the man too?
No.
Captain Schwartzman has realized that there was problems with the guards, and he was happy that you killed the guards.
Schultzman.
Yes.
Okay.
Schultzman.
Yeah.
Schultzman.
Yeah.
He actively asked us to come find you and protect you. We went to your home.
Well, how do I know he did? He told you that.
Because he made us this fancy commission badge, and I know.
Well, yeah, but anybody can make those. I've seen those before.
Well, our job is to bring you to him and keep you protected.
I'm not going anywhere.
Right now,
He's paying us a whole gold a week.
There is a whole large group of people that are willing to come in here and finish a job. We're here to stop them. And if you want us to go to battle for you, I will. But if we could make it through the smuggling tunnels, we could get there.
I'm not dying for this clown.
Eat a biscuit.
Okay. Those of you who were with Schultzman at the time, because it's been a few weeks, give me an intelligence roll. Unless you have notes that may give you some reference.
Mine just says, find him in his docks.
Okay. Well, just give me an intelligence roll then. Your roll plus your intelligence. If you were with Schultzman at the time when he told you to track this guy down.
Amulet badge.
Intelligence is INT? Or
INT.
Well, great.
Commission of inquiry with threats unknown.
If you have any talents that add to memory, let me know.
I think I remember it. Hey,
No.
Affleck,
Yeah.
you have a piece of jewelry.
A ring.
A ring.
100.
More like
So I remember
You
it.
need a note for that.
It's more like a
You
You did the first thing you did was grab the ring.
Yeah, it's based
Off
off
the table.
intelligence.
That's why he forgot about it.
Because it looks like a bracelet on you.
Yeah.
Been grabbing
More
shit
of a
this whole
bracelet.
time. Random stuff.
He's like, is this it?
Was it? Yeah, this one. This.
Okay. Whoever you wish to, give me a charm roll
I'll do it.
with a. If I can read the writing, because my eyes are terrible. You get a charm roll with a base minus 30 because of his panic. You get a plus 20 for the ring, and plus 10 because the nun is vouching for you. Okay,
it's a
so net wash.
Okay. Alright.
You don't want me rolling. That's for sure.
It's my
Better
dad.
than me though.
Probably.
I'll fucking sit. I'll reroll that.
You're right. It is Thad.
You drive him into a complete panic and he attacks.
That's better.
No, I made that. That's 130.
Okay,
140. Like,
so
something.
showing him the ring with the nun soothing voice, you manage to calm him down somewhat, and his blood pressure goes from like 150 down to 110 or so. He still clutches his books carefully and says, "Okay, maybe you guys are who you say you are. You're not who you say you are." His blood pressure starts going back up.
I got a joke for you. A dwarf, an elf, and a halfling walk into a lawyer's office.
That's very funny. They come out of halfling. Okay. He explains to you that he had been held up. He's been working for the Purple Hand for years, looking for a way to get out of the cult and escape. He has records and information, testimony, that would pretty much upset and reveal most of the cult.
Nice.
He saw his opportunity when Vossmeyer blew up the bridge at the end of the carnival and said, wait a minute, this is a good time. While everybody else is distracted, I'm going to defect. He made arrangements with the Low King, with the man, to hide out until arrangements could be made. And yesterday, the previous night, while his guardians were holding him up at a safe house somewhere in the northern district, one of them made a comment that immediately made him suspicious that the man was about to betray him. So he was forced to kill them. Killed all 4 of them. And then fled here because he didn't know where else to go.
How'd you kill all of them? You don't look, no offense, but you don't look like that much of a fighter.
He's
to me.
aware he's bladder.
Yeah. Boredom death.
Psychic damage.
No, he's a high-ranking member of the Purple Hand cult with magical abilities, etc.
Oh, I told him to stick who this fucker was.
Yes.
My bad.
Now, sister Anise has told him that the condition he was allowed to stay here and have sanctuary as long as he needed, as long as he made a vow against using magic, which, given his predicament, he was more than willing to do. He hasn't used magic since.
So we're in a public chaos cultist?
We're
A
going to
defecting
help
one.
A defecting one that's going to allow us to take down the whole cult as a whole? Yes.
One who has seen the error of his ways, supposedly.
Well, I can see why Friedrich
You know?
was retired. Because this shit would have gone one direction.
Okay.
Left this area.
Okay. The only other things he can tell you at this point, he says the night before he killed them, he got a note. That is...
That's the name of the man.
He got this note delivered to him.
Oh my god, is that Caesar?
A what?
A Caesar cipher.
I don't know what that is. It's a cipher, yes, but
It's a Brutus cipher.
I think I have
I think you were about to say it's a Caesar cipher.
Says it's written in a Purple Hand cipher, and he gives you a key.
Oh, that's the
Oh.
key.
Never mind.
It is a Caesar cipher.
Hopefully that will demonstrate my goodwill on this, and you guys can get me safely to Schutzman, where I can deliver the rest of my information.
I
Absolutely.
was worried we were
Have you ever met the man?
No, I only work through his agents. He's not one to be trifled with. He has many agents in the city.
Well, you mentioned Dirk. I didn't know if that was another. When you were yelling at us a minute ago, you mentioned Dirk. I didn't know if that was a person in your cult or if it was a, or maybe that was the name of the man. That's why I asked.
There's a Purple Hand agent.
So he wanted your job. They do
Let's see, he. Yeah, it was the name of, Dirk from the Purple Hand.
Diggler.
So we're not obviously safe in here for long. The guys outside eventually are going to come in here. I don't know if they would go after a Temple of Shalia if they're stupid enough, especially with such a competent nun in here. And
I mean, we have a smuggling hall.
we do. Do we want to wait? I mean, the choice is wait till night and go. But they know we're in here. They're not going to not look for us.
That's my problem. Only problem with using the smuggling hole. Priest says you're gonna have to come with us, otherwise we're leaving you here to probably get hurt or die.
Well, I'll go with you, but this is my home and my duty. Shalia will protect me. I've dealt with the likes of them before. I'm not what they're looking for. They're obviously after this guy
Yeah.
So
and his secrets. If not, maybe one of you. Did any of you do anything to the drowned rats?
Nope.
nope, I got him right there.
I honestly, I'm really fucking tired. I can't even remember why I left my dog there. I'm dead serious. I don't remember
You
why.
left your dog there because we needed some type of information, and,
And that's
you
all
were
she
like,
wanted.
That
she all she
Okay.
wanted was your dog.
It's the
being there for an
hypnotism
afternoon.
taking effect. You can't remember it.
Dude, I can't remember shit from the last session, to be honest. I was on fumes the whole time we were on the last session.
Does she have any
What was it?
I noticed
crates in
you seem
this
like you're almost out of last
basement
session.
area.
There are some, yeah, there's crates and storage and things.
Are you thinking we're gonna carry him out the front door
Yes,
in a crate?
yes.
The bad guys are out there.
Yeah, I'll be poking an air hole and we carry it out. They don't know who we're looking for or if he's even here.
I'm not doing this right.
We could just be picking up a package.
Right, they're there looking for us.
I'd use a smuggling tunnel.
Yeah. I mean, and the smuggling tunnel's not long. It just goes across the street.
Which they're at.
Right, well, they're outside of the building. We're gonna end up on the other side, I'm sure.
Okay.
Okay.
So what I'm going to do,
Bro, no, there's a map.
there is a map. So, given that we don't have people that are actually updated, we're going to stick this character here. And then I'm going to update him so he's at the proper scale.
You saying I'm not.
We
that
didn't
large?
see anything anyway.
I know.
Oh,
That's what
I was like-
Yeah.
Okay. So let me update these.
Because you're not
Straight as pitch black.
So we have Erdem, who was your character before, still is Eliathan.
You know, with the other guy.
I thought so, but
So you should be able to see the map now.
So,
Wow.
let's see. Oh,
It's pretty powerful for CM7.
Can you see the map now, Matt?
Yep.
Okay.
We should have went shopping.
And then we had Milton, who's not really Milton anymore, but it'll work for now.
I'm huge.
You are huge.
Chuckling at the name.
And then Frederick, who's not really Frederick.
He's very, very small.
Yes.
0.125 scale.
It doesn't lower you below 0.5. Okay, so this is the layout outside the place. Okay. The thugs and so forth, you see a group over here.
Is that those 5 miniatures?
Yes. Okay. There are other locals. The main door would be the door that's right next to you, if you guys came out there. According to her, if you take the smuggling tunnel, then you would come out over here, by the building to the south here.
And that's south, so we still would have to go north to go to the captain.
Well, you don't have to go directly past them. You
Right.
can just
Just
disappear
walk
into the
back.
city.
Walk back. Hey,
The point is, if you can be stealthy, then you can escape through the tunnel, get out through the other place, and bypass them. Or you can take the frontal assault format and go out. Now, from when you were leaving Thad, you saw at least another 6 to 8 scattered amongst the crowd. These 5 that are there are very obviously just sort of sitting there wasting time until you guys come out.
so there's like 15 potentially here?
There's a lot of people, and it's hard to tell because everybody's dressed very similar in here. Who's obviously waiting for you, that's easy to tell. But how many of the other locals are here that are working with them is hard.
so
There might be 15, there might be 5, there might be
Yeah.
30.
you're not super stealthy, right?
I'm stealthy.
Well, my thought is
But
if we're
they certainly know that the dwarf is there and that you got an elf with a bow.
You boost other people's stealth as everybody's like,
Damn, look at that dude.
We are so
I do have a
quiet.
positive stealth.
well,
Yeah.
my thought is if the 2 of us stand outside the door, I think everybody's still in there. If they take the path to the other side, we have an eye line sight to where they're supposed to come out, and when they can go off and we can wander north
no.
and then all meet up at the captain's maybe.
I've been down this area so many times. I probably know it, not as well as a local, but I know it. So I don't think separating is a good idea.
Okay. Well, I'm cool with being stealthy. I just was trying to think of another way to make it easier for.
Sigismund?
And then
Really?
we've got
You understand?
his speed. I mean that's
Priority is him. I pointed.
Oh, yeah.
God, okay. As long as you understand.
Shoots the dwarf in the leg. Come on, Yarman.
Doesn't have to. How much slower are you trying to make it? He can't move negative. He slowly wanders backwards. Like,
He's got an arrow in his leg. Makes him reverse.
He's doing the moon
that's
walk.
right. Okay, we can all try to stealth out. Do you guys want to go first and have him and I mean, what's the distance? I mean, looking.
I'll exit if there's with him. If there's no reaction from the crowd, count to 3 and exit after me. Count to 5 and exit after me.
We're all going to go to the end first, and you're going to sneak out. Okay. So stealth is going to be more important top side when we get to the exit. Is that right? Like, no one's going to
Probably.
hear us underground.
Probably.
I hope not. Anyway, that's be some crazy. Okay. Let's
So
all.
I look at this guy. So we need to meet and tidy. We need to tidy you up. Let's call this stuff here. Let's take all those books and stuff. We'll put it on me.
No. These are mine. I'm keeping these. He tucks his shirt in. I'm tidy. I'm good.
I just mean put them away so they're not in your hands.
I don't have pockets big enough.
I can't.
You got a pack or something you can put them in?
I have a sack.
Yeah, you do.
Okay.
I really don't want to give him a sack, damn it, but I'll give him my sack. Like here, put it in here. Pull it out of my backpack.
Okay. Yeah. I mean, he'll put them in a bag or a sack or something like that, as long as he hangs on to them. Well, it's partially his information, but also his own mental information, the stuff he has.
I understand.
The other information is good, but it would be far better to have all of his personal knowledge and experience.
I agree, but if losses have to be cut,
First the dwarf, then him.
right.
So
It's
let's.
not that I mean to leave him behind, but Jesus.
He's
if
just
we
so
get-
slow.
If we get seen, our choice is the dwarf goes back and fights while the rest of us run, pretty much.
So if we get cut off where we can't get to
Get into a building.
the captain, what do we do? I mean, where are we gonna go to
Go to
hide?
the dwarven tavern.
That's what
If we get cut off, get to the dwarven tavern.
Okay.
Get your people to help you.
Okay.
If you end up if they see us and start running after us, get into a building. Don't let yourself get caught out in the street and surrounded like you did in a stupid courtyard. I saw how that turned out.
Well, I wasn't there.
House
so,
gate.
It was bad.
yeah.
If I had down 4 of them, he would have been in serious trouble.
Well, I'm much stronger
There's
than
no
you.
arrows in
So.
their bodies.
I looked them out.
Alrighty, let's.
I don't think you
Thought
took
about
out
that.
4 of them, anyways.
And,
There was only one.
Yeah, the number keeps going up.
I took out 4.
Yeah, next time you took out 8 of them, man.
Yeah.
and the nun is accompanying
He
us.
can't
He
count
took out
anyway.
0.
Well, the dwarf can't count anyways.
The nun is accompanying us, or is she staying?
The nun's staying.
One.
Okay.
That's all that matters.
She'll secure the tunnel after you.
Okay.
And as far as she's concerned, this is her ground. She's dealt with these ruffians before. They don't want her. They want you or this guy. And if you're going to you're going to provide his protection, then she's fine with that. Now, she does check. I have your word. He's not going to be harmed, right?
You do. You have my word. Absolutely. I will lay down my life for
How
him.
about you, dwarf?
Yeah.
Okay, I'll trust you. I know the dwarven vows.
Oh,
I'm not worried about halfway.
if he is killed, may I never drink again.
Oh,
The
wow.
best vow I can
Wow.
give.
Halfling vows are only half as good.
That's my best vow I can give.
It's alright, I wasn't gonna make that vow anyways.
I know.
Motherfucker's on his own.
A son of Ulrich saying it on his vow would be something. A dwarf making a vow is something.
I will never drink again
A
if he
halfling
is
vow is only
harmed.
half a human.
That's a Nordlander.
Okay.
That's a Nordlander vow right there.
Okay. So she heads to the back of the room, moves a couple of the crates out of the way. Down near the bottom of the wall is some stones, some bricks that she carefully moves out of the way. And there's a small crawl tunnel underneath that leads into a tunnel that you can stand up into, basically. Just a section of the wall that's broken open.
I look at the guy when we get out there, you don't leave my side.
I don't know if I can keep up with you.
I'll keep up with you. Part of her deal, the only way they're going to be able to hold their vows is if you stay on our heels. You stay with us. You
Okay.
get separated, their vows are no longer theirs to be worried about. I look at the priestess of Shalia because we can't tie him down to us. If he's stupid enough to run away from his only protectors, his death is on his own.
Wait, we gotta protect this guy?
Okay.
You gotta keep up with our legs.
Oh, don't worry about that.
So you guys all climb into the tunnel.
Yep.
It's dusty, dirty. There's some cobwebs and so forth in it.
Just like how
The elf takes the lead. You're feeling very claustrophobic in here. It's very tight.
I'm gonna hear about it.
There's no branches,
I'm going first.
nothing.
Does she
Um,
get us the lantern?
follows in front of
She
the
will
elephant,
if you
just
need
puts
the
on
light.
it.
Yeah.
You can see here and there along the roof. There are holes for like rainwater and such.
But
So just
Okay.
enough light to see.
There's enough light to see, but it is also correspondingly open to the street because so that rainwater and so forth could drain in.
Gotcha.
Okay. There's a strong smell of mildew and mud from the snow and so forth, but the place is otherwise just dirty and dingy. She starts putting the bricks back behind you, sealing up the place. And I heard the elf is going first.
Yeah, I'm not getting by anymore.
Yarman is going right after you, apparently.
Yep.
crawl speed of 1.
I'll follow right behind
Okay.
Jarman.
So you follow the tunnel through. As you go along the tunnel, you can hear sounds from the market up above you, through these little holes and everything, sewer entrances. At one point, you hear a couple of guys talking. You think he's in there? I don't know. Should we go check? No. Our orders are wait till they come out. Okay. We'll see how long that takes. They can't be in there forever. Give me a stealth roll for all of you.
Go.
Roll.
Just regular roll. I just need to know what the lowest number is.
Not me.
I would like to say my stuff is subterranean specialty.
That's fine. I'll give you that bonus.
Okay.
You are subterranean.
115.
Well, there we
About
go.
as low as it's gonna get, I think.
Jesus.
What?
That's open-ended low.
I have to reroll. Sorry.
That's fantastic.
Oh, yeah.
That makes me so
He
happy.
immediately trips and can't get up.
That makes me- He like falls down some stairs in that armor. It's like 10 cans being thrown down.
Where did he find stairs?
I did like
Four rolls out of the
115.
3 rolls I've done.
165.
So you guys all start down the narrow subterranean tunnel. Everybody being as quiet as a mouse,
My arm hurts. Okay.
while the dwarf gets distracted and stumbles.
As
There's a
soon as he
loud.
does that,
There's a
I
loud.
start laughing maniacally.
Okay, there's a loud clattering, a halfling maniacal laugh. The elf takes off running.
With the guy.
Jarman stands there in complete
Well, I
shock and
grab a
confusion,
hold.
and then goes with him. Up above, you hear people talking. They stop. You hear that? Is that laughter? What is that?
Bitches!
I immediately snatch him around the face.
Okay, the halfling.
Yep.
Okay.
Two giant northern demons all the way around his head.
And smother him.
Just his eyes are showing right this second. I got him up off the ground and everything.
Okay.
Started to bulge out. Because of it.
Rabbits.
Yep. I will love you and I will pet you and I will call you for my very own.
Okay. You see a shadow pass over one of the openings as somebody leans down and looks through it, looks into the dark, and says, I think there's a lantern or something down there.
I don't need one.
No, he did.
Neither do I. Well, I should too, so.
I would've-
Who's
again,
down there?
Just the rat catchers. Why else would we be down here? Ridiculous.
No cats down there.
That's where the cats have gone now. There's been so much. We've been finding.
Give me an agility roll or escape artist or whatever the equivalent would be.
Acrobatics.
Acrobatics works.
Let's
Wait,
see. I'd like
that's
to use
not-
my
that's not
smother
true.
skill.
Or athletics.
No, just-
Athletics.
Yeah, just athletics. All right.
Okay.
So
You can both roll athletics.
I'm good at that.
Uh,
You should be pretty good at it.
Agility based.
Oh, you get, yeah, okay. That's
94.
Dex you're good at.
Agility,
116.
Like +10,
Okay,
basically.
so he squirms and wriggles in your hands, but you have big hands and he's a small head, so you hold on to him quite well. Bang him against the wall a couple of times. He stops struggling.
It's like a bird if you grab it.
As he struggles,
Bad thing, guys.
as he struggles a little bit more, you hear a pop. He stops moving.
I don't think herbs are gonna feel you. Right?
Okay. Meanwhile, Matt, you run to the end of the passageway. There is a iron ladder that leads up to a small trapdoor.
Let him do this.
Okay. He can't really see you very well.
If I notice him just kind of like this, I'm like, quiet.
Okay.
We'll let those idiots be the distraction.
Well, yeah, they're making plenty of noise right now.
Alright. I'm going to climb up to the top and see if it opens up, see if I can look through it at all, or is it completely sealed?
No, it's a wooden trapdoor.
Alright, just barely pick it up, see what's
Okay.
in there.
It opens into a dark room.
Sweet. Swing it open very
Okay.
as quietly as possible.
Okay. It opens up. It opens into a small, what looks like a storage closet type thing. Like a storage room. You can hear the sounds of the street past the door out of the room.
So the door to this storage closet goes to the street.
Yeah.
Alright. Hopefully there's a little bit of light now. I'd say, come out.
Yeah, yeah.
Slowly, carefully.
He climbs up carefully.
Peek out the door.
Meanwhile, the dwarf catches up.
What? Close! No way.
Well, the other two are squeezing each other.
We're hugging. This is my baby.
Man, these rats are crazy this day.
I'd peek out the door.
Okay. You see the street on the map, roughly this location. You see the ability to cross the way, a couple people walking by. Doesn't seem to be much going on out there.
Alright. I'm going to immediately, I say, alright, stay with me.
Okay.
I look at him and I said, we're going to turn right, and there's an alleyway shortly after that to the left. We're going to head straight down that alleyway. Start working our way, that's south,
Okay.
east,
Okay.
until we can get turned around north and get you to safety.
Okay.
You
So,
ready?
you're going to try to run across that way and
Not
stealthily?
run.
Just casually walk? Okay. So you guys step out. Glancing to the north, you see the various ruffians and thugs. Several of them are gathered around like a manhole type thing. One of them's knelt down, has a sword out. He's sort of like actively stabbing it through. Somebody else is getting like this, what looks like a spear. They seem very much distracted. Give me a stealth roll.
Well, I can't flip that one around.
Okay. You can.
Unless it, no,
Okay.
it's a doubles. So,
Fumble your stealth.
my stealth is good, but not that good. 95.
Okay, well, it's plenty with a distraction. So, okay, yeah, you guys cross over the street, disappear into the crowd, assuming you want to make some distance. Okay, you get to the bottom of the stairs, just about to start climbing when the elf closes the door on you.
Sorry.
Hits him in the face, he goes back down.
Could we see light down at that time when he opened it? Was there any light that came
No.
down where that was?
No.
Okay.
So I guess I'm going to get out and make sure they escape. I guess, and make sure of that.
You're gonna get out and make sure they escape.
Well, get into that area and make sure no one's following them or anything like that.
Okay, right now you can see back where Andy's holding him. There's a lantern on the ground revealing his position, and he's holding the halfling by the head in his hands. The halfling is still struggling a little bit, but seems to be a lot less active.
He's losing.
Meanwhile, there looks like they're like sticking a sword or something through the thing, but it can't reach him. And you can hear voices calling for get something longer. There's something in here.
I wanted to make sure he and the person got away without anyone seeing him in the crowd following him first before I start
doesn't seem to be any reaction, so either the elf is still up there or they haven't reacted to it. There's no shouts or anything like that.
Okay. So I will go back to them to report
Okay.
be quiet.
Are you just standing there while they're trying to find something to stab you with? Or,
No,
okay.
no, I was gonna set him down and go, and then kick the lantern over.
Okay.
So it.
Okay. So he put you down, let
Okay,
you go.
Now that I can see, please describe the situation to me.
Okay. You're in a narrow tunnel.
Yes.
There's a dwarf at one end,
Mm-hmm.
a solid wall at the other end,
Mm-hmm.
a sword being waved around several feet above your head,
Right.
and what looks like a couple of spears about to be stabbed into the hole towards you guys.
Okay.
Andy puts you down, pulls his hands off of you. The oxygen comes rushing back to your head, giving you a slight headache.
Yeah.
Then he kicks the lantern over, which spills and spreads oil into the little shaft where you are, causing a bit of flame and flickering. Up above, you hear voices call out, "I think there's 2 of them!"
I very quietly pull out my sling and a rock.
Mm-hmm.
In the flames of the oil, the lantern, and
No, I'm assuming I'm not standing in the
No, A, you're not standing, and B, I mean, you just kicked over the lantern on a dirty floor. It didn't go far, but it spilled. It's because it is just a lantern.
All right, I'll take a second to aim
Okay.
and one
We can
with a
store at 'em?
spear
Okay.
right in the face if I can.
Okay. Well, it's just like a sewer opening type thing
Okay.
that they're trying. That
It
they're
is a
sticking.
projectile.
Sure. Okay.
So
Go ahead and give me a roll. Let's see if you get anywhere close.
Dead.
Meanwhile, what are you doing? Apparently, the halfling wants to fight already.
If they're attempting to stab down with those at him,
Uh-huh.
well, as I'm going to attempt to grab the spear as it comes down
Mm-hmm.
by the shaft and yank it away from him,
Grab
and
the
then
shaft.
push him the rest of the way down the shaft we're standing in.
Okay.
Do you have a sling page?
What'd you
printed?
roll?
Huh? I haven't rolled yet.
Okay.
I'll give you a total.
It's far less of an attack and more of just a narrative thing at this point.
Okay. Oh, 77.
Okay. So you whip a stone up there. It clangs against the side of the tunnel. Startles the guy a little bit. It says, "I think they're fighting back." You hear people say, "Find an opening. They must be in the sewer system."
The rats are fighting back.
Yeah. And then he shoves you roughly down the hall as you turn to move down anyways. So what are you guys doing?
Get out.
Climb up the ladder?
God,
Okay. So once you guys get down to the end of the hallway with the ladder, dwarf's about halfway up. What are you guys going to do?
I'll wait for him to get up there and then let him
Okay.
go, and then I'll be the last one out.
I'll just hold my sling in one hand while I'm climbing.
Feels like an eternity before the dwarf is up out the hole and everything. And then you guys quickly scramble up into, again,
Make sure they think we're far.
A small
it's a
area
small
for three
room
of
for
us.
definitely for 3 of you. It's fairly tight, although you don't take much space. You close the trap door. Outside, you can hear shouts, but they seem distant from where you're at.
So they're busy trying to get in the sewer. Do we try to? We don't. We know where he told us to go. If we got separated, was back to the dwarf thing. But
Yeah.
do we do that, or do you want to
Yeah.
go? Okay, if we're all going there, as long as we know where we're going. Are you gonna go first, seeing how
Sure.
you are the slowest? Let you mosey on across the way. You want to?
Yeah.
You want a hood or something to go over your massive armor?
Do you have a dwarven-sized hood?
I have my hood with, on top of his armor. Probably looks right.
No, get a hood for him and him.
They could
For
be.
one.
I need one of those. What are they?
Apocalypse
Right.
cloak?
Oh,
Apocalypse.
Apocalypse.
cloak.
Apocalypse
Cloak,
cloak
yeah.
for the 2 of you, Master
well,
Blaster.
why did you say we had one of those?
Yeah, we'll look and see if there's anybody out there. But if you
Keep
sound
the
like
head,
they're far enough
you flip
away,
it back, you both
and I
have
feel like they're
guns
still
drawn.
looking in that hole.
Yeah.
Okay. All right. So we all get up into this tight, cramped space
Yeah.
and
Suppose I
peek
guess.
out. See anybody?
Well,
See anybody
that's all.
out there
The
currently
level I'm
looking in
at.
this direction?
You open the door slightly. You see people walking by in the street. There seem to be, a couple of them seem to be stopping and staring north towards the courtyard,
Gotcha.
but they don't seem to care about the door opening here.
Yeah. Let's all 3 of us just try
Walk
to work
over?
our way straight over here.
Okay.
Yeah.
So give me a stealth roll for the 3 of you. Let me know what the lowest one is.
Hey, I got a 99.
George?
Yeah, that's gonna be George probably.
139.
I can't believe you say you have a 5 stealth.
It's a positive.
I got 202.
It's a great stealth for my guy.
I got a 97.
It's not rolling.
So low, can't roll.
You can do it.
It's not rolling.
50, 50.
I got a 52.
Total?
Yep.
Okay. So you guys jump across move across the road while the other ruffians are distracted. They don't seem to be paying much attention to the other doorway. They're still trying to get into the sewer area to locate you.
They're not that bright, are they?
Well, no.
I don't want to put you in quiet time.
I stopped there and insult them. Hey, you guys are stupid, aren't you?
I just walk up and look down the grate.
What are you looking for?
I hear there's rats down there.
Oh, hey, this is my rock.
I left the sword, guys.
Okay, and you guys are heading to the Dwarven Tavern, I'm gathering.
Yep, that's where we told them we would meet.
Okay.
After we got separated.
Is that where you're going?
Yes, I'm
Okay,
not about to turn this guy in alone.
Okay, I didn't know if maybe you were changing the plan.
I don't like the idea of being an elf with a human walking into a dwarven tavern, but
Okay, well,
Well,
I'm with the.
do you know?
a dwarf
Yeah,
and a
you
human
know.
walk into the Dwarven Tavern.
I'm on my break from reading when you get there.
Oh, sure.
You got a paper cut.
Yeah.
I
Thank you.
escort the guy directly. I'm like, you got a private room by any chance? A drinking room?
A drinking room?
Smoking room? You know, someplace where people can have meetings.
Yeah, it's already reserved, though. The Ironbreakers are using it.
Oh, good. Can you let them know I'm here? One of their brethren, you know, you've seen me with him. I don't remember his name.
The
one
short,
dwarf.
stout guy.
His name's Ironbreaker.
I don't even know this dwarf. Yeah, I mean, shit.
I mean, I feel like these elves would just like neglect whatever name I had anyway. They're all the same.
Wolf-born llama breaker.
30?
He's short and stout. He looks like a dwarf.
Where's metal? That's a beard.
I can't even.
He's basically
Thordrug? Thordug. I think that's his name.
Dig that?
I don't know.
Why don't you wait over there? He points over at some benches.
I'll look for him.
Yeah.
Okay.
I'll walk over and sit with him.
Okay. He's sitting at a large table, has a couple of the books out in front of him.
What the hell are they doing?
He's reading.
Can you say these were chaos?
He says I have the chaos one.
Okay.
The fact that you fucking have horns now.
And the pictures.
He's over there like, ooh.
But Dad, I would be reading them in my room
Okay.
if I realized that they actually were chaos.
Yes, they're chaos books.
If I'm in the main room, then I'm on like a lunch break, effectively.
Sure.
He's laying on a chase.
I don't want to be in a room. I want to be where it's public, where I think whatever they're called might help me out.
Okay. Yeah, he's having some food, taking a break.
Okay.
When you wander in, you go over and sit with him. He sits down with a rather nervous-looking fellow, who
this guy?
reaches over, takes your beer, and drinks it.
I just wave. Can you bring us another round and some food, please?
Sure.
Coffee.
Sometime later, the other three wander in.
How they lived? Good
Of
job.
course.
Well, as stealthy as we are.
Yeah.
Yeah.
What happened?
So you
I
went
killed one
over
of them with
to
my sling.
the other temple.
Like really dirty.
And this is going to be really frustrating.
It looked like you guys were in the sewers.
It's going to be a frustrating conversation.
I translated the page, by the way.
Aw, this is my good outfit.
Well, now it's even a better outfit.
Yeah.
Yep. Good thing you went through
I
the sewer.
literally did. I was like, oh.
Yeah, you just realized that you guys were basically just in the sewers.
And there's no dry cleaning.
I should have just
That's
done
a
my
terrible-
zoning off and not listening to
I
what was
totally
happening.
used to be in the sewers. It's fine.
Okay.
Yeah,
But now you have
So
now
I
you
actually thought I
spelunking
was
gear.
still looking for Godfrey. They didn't just have Godfrey.
So you go to the other chapel.
Yep.
What would you like to do?
Get murdered.
I'm gonna go find the No, you can't say chapel.
Okay.
How
So,
did that
of course,
happen?
there it is.
I didn't know
Right.
anything.
Okay, so you went to St. Berta's over in the wind.
That's happened to look
Okay,
over
this
at
was-
and saw it out of Berkeley.
This is a
That's a pretty damn good back stretcher, though.
Yeah, it is.
the church here has fallen
Is
into
that an alligator
disrepair.
claw?
When it was built centuries ago by a clothing company that donated it when the district was far more fashionable. Since it got turned into a chapel. Still boasts a fairly amazing fresco of a sheep being sheared on the front.
That was
It
that
is
was the
staffed
very
by
same
Brother
person
Gerardus,
that was the altar.
who operates a small first aid clinic.
This is the guy who
Yeah, the lawyer.
You talk to him. He doesn't know anything about anybody by the name of Jarman. Jarman has apparently never visited here.
personal home was that wild or whatever it was.
Okay.
What's his name again?
I wasn't going to be able to have that conversation.
Okay. Along about that time, as you're heading out, since you're in the wind, which is where the dwarven place is, you hear the clanking of the dwarf as he comes hastily walking by, like almost human speed, with the other two, sort of dragging him along.
Where are you two going?
3.
Where are you three going? And
Well, no, it is 2. Half.
one.
No, he's like solid 3/4.
Where are you guys going?
Back to the tavern. We've got a meeting.
Yeah,
Quickly.
come on. This is important. We could have used
That's
you.
whose house it was. The one that had the altar that I took all the crap from was Vossmeyer, right?
Mm-hmm.
Like the guy was
Yes.
burning when I
Yes,
got there?
that's
It's
Vossmeyer's
not this
house.
guy, right?
No,
It's
No,
not
this is Godfrey something or other, yeah.
This is Yarmund.
Yerman. Okay.
This is the guy. This is the defector.
Yes, I'll follow him. I'll vacate out.
Okay. He's not going there. He's just following you.
I don't know what
He
dwarven
shadows you.
tavern you guys are talking about.
You've been there before.
Yeah, you've been there. Yes, we have.
Yes,
You and I
we
have both been.
Yeah.
Seriously?
Yes.
Mhm.
We very specifically
Again,
point
Ava's hypnotism is working well.
On the way.
I wanted to say that
Can we make
even
sure
if we
Jarman's
didn't
safe?
ever again, I wanted
We'll
to
go
at
right
least
there
say
and
we've
get
been
it.
there once.
Okay.
Okay.
We knew it was.
So you guys all gather up at the Dwarven Tavern at the large common table. The dwarves seem to care less. They're not really worried about getting involved in anybody's
Your
business.
damn buddies are back there hogging that damn meeting room and wouldn't let me in.
Well, yeah, you're an elf.
They're useless.
One of the staff wanders over and said, "Were you going to use that meeting room still, sir?"
Sure.
Okay.
I'm gonna smack the shit out
So,
of them. Smack the shit out of them.
Hey, so what I asked.
He had reserved previously the meeting room.
want to go in there?
Yes.
So they show you into the private hall.
Yeah. Once we get in there.
I literally glower and growl at the other. I'm like, you know what? You mother- knew full well who it was.
Well, yes, but you're just an elf.
What's your name again?
You got the name correct.
Who's the human?
Thordug?
Thordug.
Thordug. Thordug.
Okay.
Go in, close the door.
Okay.
Yes.
Who's the human?
The guy we've been looking for.
Seriously?
It was at the temple that you told us that the lady wouldn't help us.
We made the
wasn't
vow.
gonna help me.
I made an important vow.
You didn't vow. Now, here's the problem, guys. We got to get him all the way now to
You
the
see,
captain.
I was talking about us as in me, him, and him.
I think you got a couple spelling errors on this.
What are we gonna do when it comes to getting him there?
What you got there?
I say we rent a coach.
Listen,
Do we have the money?
I don't have any spelling errors on that.
really?
So
It's just
Yep.
curious. Do we have
Or we
the
can
money
have
for
the
that?
captain come
Sure.
here.
Do you really think you will? We have to get word to him either way.
right, and we need to get him someplace safe. This won't be safe for him for long.
How about we just give him to the guard?
I really think this
The
is one of the
guards
safest
were
places.
hard to
Guards,
take.
correct.
They want the captain wanted it brought directly to him.
Yeah, effectively the guards are not.
Compromised.
Yeah.
Everybody's compromised. Even we have to assume the captain's compromised. When we
Right.
get there, we got to assume he's going to try and kill us. I mean, that's the nature of humans.
Right.
So,
How much can a coach hold? Like how many?
A carriage?
yeah.
6?
You can fit 9 though.
That's
We've
fine.
done it.
It could fit 6. A couple people could ride on the top if you really wanted to. If you wanted to hire a coach.
I'll scout ahead.
We can hire a coach.
We fit 7 in a box at one point.
So, can you get any of your Ironbreaker buddies to help us out? Are they here?
Do you even have buddies?
Yes.
They're dwarves.
I just imagine they
There's
will roll
Phoebe
around like
and
cannonballs.
Keely.
I've heard the way they stay warm.
It might take them a while to get here.
They have
Yeah.
You're
See, I'm one of the fast ones with that.
I was not threatening the guy on my team. I was the anchor.
That's terrifying. That's so terrifying.
Most of my crew moves 1.
I mean,
We gotta go get my dog, guys.
I agree.
right. But if we need to do it, we don't want to take this guy
To
Gotta
Ava?
get the
to
mascot.
Ava.
I know we don't.
Okay, so we'll go get his dog right after we go drop this guy off and know he's safe. But yeah, your coach idea is the best idea.
I can go try and run to the coaching place.
We obviously can't use the coaching in I've been to like 3 times now.
Yeah, man.
So we really think it's gonna be worthwhile or trustworthy.
Sure, they only deliver to people.
Yeah.
They did their job.
Theoretical for this use or future uses, would I be able to?
But it's just mercenaries.
Would it be typical to call
It's
on
not the
aid
mercs,
for the
it's,
Ironbreakers, or
No,
they
yeah,
reserved
but
for
still, the
protecting
coaching
the-
guild.
You would not be able to call in aid from the Ironbreaker.
That's what I assumed.
Unless you have a clear and obvious
Yeah, I don't either.
threat to the dwarves.
They're actually in the book.
That's
Okay.
what I figured. That's
Like if
what
there
I-
was
They would
impending
die.
invasion or whatever, yeah,
Burn down
they
the
want to
house.
know.
Yeah.
The fact that you guys are on the secret mission for the council, they don't care.
Yeah.
I don't.
That's what I figured.
And functionally, it would be outside of your honor to ask for help for something like that too. So the elf, it'd be trivial for him. He'd always do it.
What's honor?
Challenge? I need help.
Season mercenary is
We got this.
35.
I like your optimism.
Do we go at night when only 3 of us can see, or do we go during the day?
Hey, Matt.
During the
If
day.
you really want to get some seasoned
I
mercenaries,
think there were 4 of us that could see.
I think are we
'Kay.
4 for a quick job?
During the day, they're less likely to strike out in the open.
Daily cost, I think it's
Especially if we're in a carriage, we don't have to worry about him trying to drag us or him. Take pot shot at him.
All right,
Get that.
let's do it.
Okay.
So you wanted to hire a carriage? One of the dwarves asks.
Yes.
Can you just continue?
Okay.
What
So
is it?
seats for 6.
This is 30 silver, right?
There's technically 7 of us, but
For
Yeah.
daily cost.
No, there's only
of
6 of you here.
seasoned mercenary.
You don't count.
Daily
I look around for
cost?
Godfrey.
Oh, yeah, he's right there. The halfling's
No,
not
that'd
here.
be gold.
Oh,
No? Yeah, that would be silver.
Yeah,
Because all
very
the
silver.
gold are actually.
Yeah,
Yeah, but-
very gold is a
Okay.
weak job.
When would you like this carriage?
I mean, we're gonna have the halfling too, wherever the hell he
As
is.
soon as possible.
Yeah.
I mean, yeah.
Okay. We'll send word.
Okay.
So he heads up to
Is
the
it
front.
daytime?
and
Yeah,
10
it's
hours.
late morning,
Okay.
early afternoon.
If they send their dwarven
Yeah,
runners.
Matt.
No, they send a pigeon.
Yeah, Matt.
Even worse.
One quick seasoned
Because
mercenary
it's
for a
dwarven,
quick
it's a
job is
mechanical
30
pigeon.
silver.
Made
right.
out of stone.
That's right.
If you want to try
I
that.
have a little catapult. Punk.
Or daily cost is
Makes it across the street.
We probably have to get-
At that point,
It's precisely calibrated to land right at
not
the coaching
necessarily
end.
if we pick them up with the carriage.
You know where our
and then go
turtle
straight
is?
there, it's
Right
probably
in
not
our
a
backyard?
job.
But where the mercenaries are.
Some fucking
are
bird today
north.
has decided
Yeah, aren't they
that
on-
its reflection
Aren't they
in
on the way to
window
the captain?
is offensive.
Sort of.
Captain
We'd
Smith.
have-
So
Keeps
all
that in your
day
window?
today, It
Captain's
keeps
here,
slamming
we're
into
here,
the window
we'll have to
every
go over here.
30
There's
seconds.
mercenaries.
since like
So it's kind of
the beginning of
So
this morning.
it's
There's all these
just people
bird
who go to
prints
the captain.
all over the window.
Yeah, we'll go
And
there.
I, like,
and hope
it'll
we can
sit there
trust
and
the
just
captain.
like chill and then look over and be like, and then we hit the window and we're like, what are you doing, man?
Okay, so they send a pigeon, and 30 minutes later, coach pulls up front.
Is it the same coach company that the?
If that's what you guys want to use.
Well, I was just wondering if it happened. Well,
If you guys care, sure. If you don't care, then no. It's one of the other ones.
We don't really care.
Okay.
I think.
Then
does it
no.
smell like that tobacco in here?
No.
I'm just like,
So the first thing I do is I want to try to get a lookout outside to see if I can spot anybody.
Yeah, you look outside. There's no sign of anybody unusual.
Okay. So I'll be the first one out, and I'll check inside the carriage, make sure it's clear.
Madame Ava is sitting there. Welcome.
I would stab the shit out of her. Why?
Make
With
sure
that
you
like
check the
feeling
ignition.
knife.
quick. Oh.
But I would check the carriage, make sure. it's
She's sitting there in the carriage, petting the dog.
Yeah.
stab the dog.
Everybody.
No, carriage is empty. Driver hops down, says, you guys call for the carriage?
Yep.
Okay. Who's paying the fees?
I'll pay.
Was it?
What's the fee?
2 silver.
Oh, yeah.
Okay.
Trivial.
So, can anybody sit up front with you?
I guess if you really have to. It's unusual.
Is the halfling here yet?
No, haven't seen the halfling in 30 minutes.
Does anybody know where the hell he went?
Probably go get his dog.
It's a halfling. He's going to go drink beer.
Let's just go.
All right. We'll leave him. And we'll check his room first.
You check his room. No, everything's as he left it. Still stone bed,
If
stone
you're being
pillow.
If I'm being honest, there's nothing but trouble. He
I'll
tried
tell the-
stabbing one of us a few days ago.
I'll tell the bartender if he comes back, tell him to wait for us here.
Okay.
Okay.
I'll try.
Awesome. Hey, they're little. They're annoying. Put them in a box. And
Okay.
Wind up.
What's the mother room?
Oh, okay. You're gonna ride up front. Okay.
I don't want to be cooped inside, so yes, I'll be riding up
I
front.
will.
Well, there's room for one up front
There's
and the
also
driver.
up top.
All right, that's what.
No, dude, it's not a stagecoach.
Oh, okay.
It's a fancy man's
Yeah, well,
coach
you-
in town.
Is it open or closed?
Okay.
It's closed.
What's more intimidating?
I guess if I'm outside, it's obvious what the contents are. So let's all get inside.
You're
I wanna-
fast.
That's what I was
Not
thinking.
that
Tail.
fast.
And I want you and I should sit on either side of Yarman.
Okay.
Take the bullet.
Yeah. we both made a vow.
Okay.
I'll give him a big hug.
You should sit on the side the bullet's coming from because you have the metal armor.
Right.
Probably.
Don't ricochet
We all
into
need to be
him,
inside,
okay?
dude.
Don't curve the bullet.
I
Sean.
did find
Bring
it.
everything with you.
The assassins attack.
Son of a
Okay,
gun.
give me a minute.
They fly in, curving the bullet around
We're
people.
waiting for him to gather some
Yeah,
stuff.
I'm gonna get my sling bag and get all the books, paperwork. And
Okay,
everything
gather
I
up all
need
your stuff.
I hate and love that.
So we can turn that in.
Oh, no. I can't do it. Or lose show.
It's such a terrible movie, man.
No,
Can't do it.
we're gonna be
We're not watching it.
The far
Hits him in
be-
the face.
the far better one that's equally crazy is Equilibrium.
Oh, yeah.
Oh yeah.
I love that.
I like that movie.
Is so awesome. It's so
I
retarded.
am keeping my poster
Gun
books
cop.
separate from mine.
I would too.
Okay.
We're not gonna
The
be able
big
to come
battle
back.
at the end where he's like running down the hallway and fighting.
So you guys are all piling into the coach, minus the halfling, with the two of you on either side of Yarmund
Yep.
to protect him in case of attack.
And I
Okay.
got all the books.
That's right. Come on.
Yeah,
You're
a
gonna be
Northman and a dwarf and a human stuck between them, saying, "Okay, I feel secure," while an elf says, "I'm not secure." And
I'm just sitting in one of the corners of the coach.
He's a Northman, like
okay,
too.
you get no. Okay,
I'm
well,
the
you
same
guys
side.
all climb in.
I'm gonna sit
The
inside.
coach driver
I
says,
tell him.
"Where are we going?"
I'll tell him where.
Okay, where are you going?
To the watch. I mean, we're supposed to go back to see him, right?
Uh-huh.
We need to go to see Captain Schutzman.
Okay, where would he be at?
Up
You
in
recall?
the main keep.
Okay,
I think that's where we've been meeting with him.
okay.
Yeah.
So he snaps his whip and the horses jolt off, and gosh, 15 minutes later or so, the crowds part as you go for obvious reasons because it's a coach and it's moving quickly. You guys arrive at the watch commander's office.
Is this odd to you?
It is. It's like light speed.
Dwarf keeps crying for him to slow down.
Is he light patent?
Yeah, dwarf has some motion sickness because he was in motion.
Yeah, got
It,
one.
it pulls up at the gates outside.
Do you want to go in first, help, and make sure he's in there before we get out of here?
Want me to
Do
go
you
with
need backup?
Oh, we're at the gates, not
You're at the gates. Stage isn't allowed inside.
Do you need backup?
No, let's just. I say we all dismount and all go.
Okay.
Just get
Done and done.
Dismount.
Yep. Let's go.
And I look at the guy that's with us. Hold on, before we get out, does he have a cloak?
Does he have a cloak?
Correct.
He has his riding clothes. I mean, he has like a hood. Yeah, a hood in case it's raining.
Put your hood up, please.
It's
Where's the hood?
okay. It's sunny. Puts his hood up.
I think he thinks you're talking about the driver.
Yeah, the driver has a
I'm
hood.
talking about the.
No, he just has fine clothes. A little
Yeah,
dirty.
Put this cloak on.
You just hand him a
Put
cloak.
the hood up.
It's a
Okay.
I was just about to say it's dragging on the
Is
ground.
your cloak part of your fancy clothes?
Yes.
That are all dirty?
They're all dirty.
Yeah.
My fancy clothes.
Yeah, I mentioned
Okay.
that when
He,
you got back.
he puts on your fancy elven cloak that's dirty.
Doesn't make him invisible.
I know, it does not make him invisible, just makes him look like an elf. It does drag on the floor because he's not nearly as tall.
That's all right.
We stopped at Hemet.
I'm already upset. So, if it wasn't for Carlton and his insistence on style, I wouldn't care. It's rubbing off on me.
Okay, so you guys head into Schutzman's office?
Yep.
Okay. You guys head in and are brought in to see Schutzman. He looks up when you guys walk in, so it's been a day or two. I'm surprised.
Oh, guys. Yarman.
Yarman, you found him!
Yep.
And he's alive even.
Books.
That-
Yarman.
That's like impressive. I didn't think you guys would actually find him alive.
There.
I'm still
Yeah.
standing right next to him.
Yeah.
Just in case.
Okay. No, he calls a couple of guards to come in and secure the door. Tells Yarman to sit down and starts questioning him. Yarman seems far more relaxed at this point. Has a glass of wine, a little bit of food, and then starts.
He actually drinks the wine and eats the food.
Oh yeah, he seems like he's starving.
When he does that, I'm like, damn, you're brave. I would have expected that to be poisoned.
He pauses for a moment,
It's right back.
drinks the rest of it.
Man, this is
Drank
not-
half of it already, so might as well drink the rest.
All right.
Okay, so he basically starts talking about the cultist fairly quickly. Schutzman describes that, yeah, this guy's testimony is probably going to take a few days to get all the details, all the information. He hands over all his paperwork and so forth, and basically seems to be an open book about the Purple Hand. Most importantly, if there are any specific questions you would care to know about, he's willing to answer those immediately, as in anything that you guys might want to know.
Why purple?
Why purple?
Out of all the colors of the rainbow, why purple?
Go ahead.
What those papers I found in the what's the word? The ritual area underneath that house that was getting burnt down. Were there any parchments that I read that, like, any notable information instead of just books?
No. It seemed to be magical studies related to chaos and powerful magics.
Okay.
Didn't seem to have anything else specific.
Okay.
Where's the,
Is Matt, go ahead.
where's the? I know you probably had hideouts throughout the city.
Mhm.
Where was the main area for you guys? And did you always all report to the man, or is this just a business deal you guys have with him?
The man was simply a business deal.
Okay.
He arranged to help with my defection. The Purple Hand cult operated underneath his radar in different layers of society. Okay. According to him, the Purple Hand is organized into 3 separate arms. Okay, of the cult. There is the Novitiae, the Terribilis, and the Impedimentae. The Ordo Novitiae was involved in recruitment and indoctrination. He was in charge of that wing. Okay. The Order Terribilis were involved in research and strategy, headed by Vossmeyer until he disappeared. And a man by the name of Barr looks set to take his place. The Ordo Impedimentae organized resources. He's not sure who ran those. Okay, obviously, like as a cult, they operated in cells and so forth with a lot of secrecy. They only ever met a couple of times a year and in disguise. He tended to move recruits between cities in order to maintain anonymity. He came to know Barr and Vossmeyer, but he could only guess at everybody else that was involved. Okay. What else did you care to know?
What news of the absconding Magister Impedimenta? What has...
Liberum?
I assumed it was a different person, as the Impedimenta was not the same section of the cult that he was part of.
Pedimentae was probably Carl.
No, the absconding impedimenta was Castor Liberum. He was last seen in Middenheim about a month ago.
I thought you said you didn't know who the leader of the Pedimentae was.
The absconding impedimenta is the one that was stealing from the Purple Hand.
Mm.
He was said there had been activities in the south and the west to falsely inherit a major inheritance, and then rumors and reports came that Liberung had absconded with the treasure, and the Purple Hand had been trying to track him down ever since. Last we heard, he had been in Middenheim about a month ago at the end of the carnival, and then he disappeared again. There's talk he may have headed east towards the wars.
Stupid comic playing.
That was not the right person, by the way.
No.
Okay. So Castor Lieberung is the one that Thad's character was mistaken for.
The corpse we found on the road.
Yeah, in the very beginning.
Okay. Yeah.
But,
Well, that you guys willingly took the identity
yeah,
out.
oh, absolutely. Sure.
I mean, it was the best decision.
It was.
Yeah.
Completely reasonable.
Yeah.
Okay.
Hey, Witch Hunter died. It's amazing.
So,
Who's the man?
he doesn't know.
He runs the Thieves Guilds. I don't know who he is.
Do you know if Ava is a part of this whole Purple Hand thing?
No, she has no involvement in the Purple Hand. Never heard that name, at least.
She runs the Red Moon Inn.
Okay.
She's the man, by the way.
Are the
Okay.
are the drowned rats specific? I mean, obviously they wanted you dead was for your defection. Are the drowned rats? Is that where you recruited to begin with? Probably.
No, I imagine the drowned rats are working for the man.
Oh yeah, you did.
Yeah, I mean,
kill
if
the
you
main
recall,
people.
the originally the deal was the man was going to get me safely to the marshal,
Yeah.
and when he learned the details, he had his bodyguards, instead of be my protectors, be my captors. I had to kill them to escape and escape into the city. So he wanted the gold if he could recapture me.
Have you ever heard of, which I don't even know if we're beyond this in the whole storyline anyway. Yeah. What is the name of that family that we took the castle down?
Wichtendorfs.
Yeah, you ever heard of the Wittgendorfs?
Yes, I've heard of them. Their name has come up a few times in my studies and involvement.
Well, they were heavy into the cult, and one of the family members, was here in town as a high-standing citizen, and we were curious if you know who that is.
They were chaos worshippers. They were not part of the cult.
Understood, but chaos cult, hand in hand.
Well, no, there's many different forms of cult.
Goes by
I
the
mean,
name Goddard.
Goddard, okay.
We pulled the wooden board.
I know of Goddard that served on the council.
Yeah.
Well, that's Wallenstein.
Yep.
Chairman of
Merchant.
Commission on Commerce. Yeah. Broke into his house once.
So we got,
So, how did you go about? I gotta rethink.
How would you? Now I'll also ask a question. How would you recognize a fellow Purple Hand member?
Typical approach is either an article of clothing or a tattoo of a purple hand.
But we know that. But so you're saying if somebody has just some purple on, you're going to assume they're purple hand. I mean, there's already.
Well, no, there's also either hand signals
Okay.
or passphrases to recognize members. A common one for recognizing it would be somebody scratching their nose with their finger with the offhand.
Which finger?
Sort of like this.
Okay.
Wait, people.
All of us immediately.
No,
No.
that's different.
I know.
Okay.
I remember. Seeing
Now,
people do
it's
that,
been a
but
long
yeah.
time. However, way back, think like last year before,
Yeah.
or one of the early sessions after you guys had adopted Lieberung's identity,
Right.
you kept running into strange people that wanted to talk to you,
Sat across from the. Yep. I
that
remember.
sat across, that interacted with you, and that's what they were doing. They were scratching their nose.
They kept doing it at you over
They kept
and over again.
right, and you never reacted.
Right.
Fuck, I'm sorry you had a
This is a scratchy
Well,
world.
and that's the point.
Right. Yeah.
Is they have symbols and hand signals along those lines to identify fellow members who know the secrets.
Some poor dude just accidentally scratches and finds himself in a fucking cult one day. Like,
Honey, I didn't come home because
Well,
I ended up in a cult.
That was my job.
Oh, nice. Was the recruit right from
Oh.
the itch your
Yeah,
nose?
he was recruitment.
well, I'm not there. So that's
I
crazy.
still think
So
I'll tell you this: Frederick out there as an NPC is screaming into the void right now. He is so fucking angry.
there is a missing clerk
Clerk.
that smells strong of tobacco. Maybe we can connect these two. Like,
Yeah.
He's
Do you know
been-
him?
has been a guy. He actually burnt down Vossmeyer's home.
presumably trying
Did
to
he?
kill you.
Yeah,
Yeah.
using
By what name?
Is it Carl?
Carlsbad?
Last name is Carlsbad.
Yeah, Eric Carlsbad.
Eric Carlsbad. Well, I know him well. I would have never have guessed he was part of the cult.
Woodruff
But
as
does
they
that
tried
mean
to
he's
murder
part of
you?
the cult? Like, if he's burning down, like, wouldn't you guys want to save Vossmeyer's home, or are you just trying to destroy evidence? Does that make sense? Or
Well, given the fall of several branches of the cult, yeah, I'm
Yeah.
sure he's trying to cover any evidence of activities at this point.
do you know of any plans he had been given to leave the city? Like, it seems like he's stocking up between cash. He burnt down a warehouse elsewhere in town that had been being used as a drop for cash.
He'd also been siphoning money off of the
Oh, what's this?
the graph, off of the hierarchy for years.
Well, he worked with the Vossmeyer worked with the Ordo Terribilis, which is research and strategy.
So,
Okay. To my knowledge, I don't know the specific members. Again, we met in secret. But if he was trying to destroy information there, then either he worked with them or he knew something of what they were doing that he was trying to hide.
Gotcha. And because you're in the recruitment side, you wouldn't know.
I
Were you guys recruiting out near the
Yes.
swampland?
we recruit
Everywhere?
from everywhere.
Yes.
That's the whole nature of the cult thing. If he was stealing money, then I wouldn't be surprised if he was a member of the Impedimente, organizing resources and such.
how did the cult
Member or leader?
Wow. Do we
Sorry.
have?
How did the cult come to acquire the 20,000 gold that Castor Lebron stole?
They didn't. That he stole it from us after he received his inheritance.
Alright.
Lieberung was sent to Bogenhaven to reclaim his inheritance, and after arriving there, the inheritance is said to have been given to him, and he refused to pay.
We don't know that they group found him dead along the road. I don't think he and I.
Well, in theory, everybody filled you. It filled everybody in. There wasn't.
I would flat out say it then. Well, I can tell you that the guy everybody thinks was him here in town, that was a high priest of Sigmar and not him. That dude they found dead along the road.
Yeah.
Long time ago, actually. Now.
They said
It's been
that
like 3
sometimes.
Are you sure? From the sounds of it, there were plenty of activities from the cult wherever this priest went.
Well, we still have the.
I can guarantee you.
Okay.
Don't you do that.
Damn.
Don't you
priest.
fucking do that. Don't you besmirch that man's name.
I mean, I heard he came back from the dead. She's zone.
From the stories I have heard, this Frederick, as you refer to him, certainly manifested many powers of a Magister Impedimente.
I was on my dwarf for the elf at that time. When he came back.
Exactly, and yet he's still active out there.
Yeah, dwarf.
Okay.
Yeah,
The one that got one
well,
shot by
I'm
a
going
bull.
to. Do you require proof that it wasn't your
That's right, because I tried to toe-to-toe the demon too. That's what you and I did.
missing impediment?
Do I have proof that he was?
Do you require proof?
No.
Yeah,
Or
he
do you
would
want
quite
proof?
cool.
So
No, I've sworn off the Purple Hand at this point. I care not what their business is.
Uh,
Go ahead.
do you know of any plans that the Purple Hand might have had in the swamp west of here?
In the swamp.
that was my
Skaggan.
first question.
I was
Skaggan
wondering if
swamp.
he had a necklace.
About those stones, right?
I'm wondering
Yeah,
if he
about
had-
those KR
I wonder if he
stones
had a necklace
that
on
keep
now.
popping up everywhere.
At the Schadensumpf?
Yeah,
Mhm.
we've been finding
Not
these-
specifically, but Carlsbad always talked about his home village of Commandon.
Oh, where's weed from too?
Where's that?
You're from there?
South of
Down the
south
main.
of the swamp. That's where he's from. Hey, that's where you guys. That's the name of the tobacco. Commandant weed
Oh,
or
it
something
is.
like that.
Does the Purple Hand have any relation?
Steel
I'm
trap.
looking on the
Have any relation or
look on the map.
dealings with the
Yeah, it's just
Skaven
south of the swamp.
underneath
The what?
town?
Assume
What's it called?
outpost goes proportional to the
That
number.
answers the question.
Exactly.
That's
what's it called?
okay.
Commandant.
Yeah, it's right.
For that, as soon as you said it, I was like,
It's actually east of us.
Nobody
North
is
left.
Nobody.
he knows they exist. I know they exist. We fought them, or I did.
I've seen them.
So if
You've seen Beastman.
if old Carlsbad was destroying
Not tree. You've not seen true.
Bossmeyer's stuff there, and he was headed to his home village, it would make sense if he's going out that way.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
I mean, is
It could be
Um,
going to.
Yarn wearing a necklace?
No.
No, I just want to make sure.
No.
He's one of these things. On the way. Hey, Dracula's right here.
No, he's not wearing a tracking necklace of chaos. He would not have survived for 3 days.
Already the cards wearing them.
Oh, no. I mean, right now it's just Schutzman and you guys in the office. The guards are outside.
He might be going there. The stones might be coming from there instead of the actual swamp area. They're coming from over there. Maybe.
Could be. Or he's the one that's been distributing.
We got a lot of maybes. We don't have any yeses.
Do you have any knowledge as to the recent plague that has
You know, it's
befell this
horrible.
town?
You're telling
This holy.
what you left him there for to get information about. We
The
don't need
the
anymore.
plague, the itching
Yeah,
plague.
I don't think we even.
I
need
I
it.
hear it's caused by cats.
It was about the safe house.
Rats. But
She said she'd tell us if she had the
that's a
dog.
matter of.
I guess if
No,
Carlsbad.
I've heard the medical organization confirm that it was from cats. So that's all I know. That's
Still-
I mean that's
still
nothing
looking
the
into the
Purple
cat.
Hand has done.
Well, by the sounds of it, I think we need to head to Commandant.
Does the cult have any secret ways to enter the town back and forth?
Mindenheim?
Yes.
Not necessarily secret ways, but we have many people on the payroll that allow us to bring things in.
I didn't know if they had smuggling routes or something like that.
No, not tunnels
Through
per
your
se.
dwarven tunnels.
Yeah, we have dwarves on the payroll.
Who's the
Oh,
highest ranking member of the cult that you have knowledge of?
Myself, Vossmeyer, who's being replaced by Bar, and whoever the other one is, the third one.
There's Dirk.
Somebody asked.
Dirk is a enforcer from the cult.
We don't have the other one. The name for the other one.
Yeah, the third one he doesn't know.
Because somebody ask him about the big rat that we came across when we were here last?
Oh, what about
Yeah.
the mechanical rat
Are
that was
you-
eavesdropping on
just-
our good friend?
Describe it to him, yeah. if
That
he's-
sounds horrific.
Yeah, it was pretty terrible.
Sounds like.
But nothing you guys dealt with that you know of.
No, I was in recruiting. We
not
never
told
did
me
anything
about
like
this?
that. I mean, it
You're
sounds
not
like
supposed to say
possibly
something
the
about
strategic wing might have done
humans
something
that
like that,
panic.
but even us wouldn't be that crazy.
Why have you guys not told me about the rat?
What rat?
See, because of that reason.
There was a
What
rat.
rat?
There was a
Yeah,
rat.
what rat?
No,
I
he
don't know
has.
anything about some rat. So.
He might.
Yeah,
just
he
like that.
he does not know who ran the Ordo Impedimente, but they were in charge of organizing resources. He knows Vossmeyer was in charge of the Terribilis, which does research and strategy, and that's currently being taken over by somebody by the name of Bar. And then he was in charge of the Ordo Novitiate, who was involved in recruitment and indoctrination.
Who's taking over your spot?
I have no idea.
You don't think it's Dirk?
I would imagine Dirk would certainly make a play for it.
And I look at the watch commander. Are you going to handle all these people yourself? We're not going to send us out to go.
No, we have top men looking into this.
Okay.
I mean,
Top
like
man.
I said, he's going to. I mean, I'm answering a lot of your questions relatively quickly, but he's going to be in secret interrogations for the next couple of weeks, going over all the information he has about the overall cult.
Compare, see if he lied.
Yeah,
Anything.
yeah.
Ask the same question 20 times.
Yep.
Does the Purple Inn have any high?
Water boredom, etc.
Does the Purple Inn have any relations with the 9 States Coaching Inn along Midnight Road?
We use them frequently.
As in, is there a hideout in the?
Not that I'm aware of.
Okay.
Well,
I mean, all my cells were at the individual cities whenever necessary.
who?
I think
Coach the Commandant then?
I guess.
Let the watch.
I mean, unless we have any other leads in town, I feel like we need to.
We have a
We get the help out
hideout
the
that was
dwarves with the
everybody in
weapons.
the hideout was murdered.
Yeah, he murdered him. He murdered
Yeah,
him.
he
Okay,
murdered.
I must not got that.
Yeah,
You
that's
said
how he
what?
escaped.
We gotta
That's
help
what-
out the dwarves with the weapons. How they tried to steal the weapon schematics.
Yeah, but they didn't steal the books or anything. They just want to find out who did it.
Oh yeah, it's important.
Did you guys steal the weapon schematics?
No.
Okay.
Oh.
At least I wasn't involved in that. I'm not aware of any of that. Now, be aware if you're looking into the activities of the cult, there is some other group, some other cult. Somebody's been lifting bodies from the streets of Middenheim, and it's not us. At least not all of them.
Live bodies?
No. Bodies. The dead have been going missing for several weeks now.
I'm just kidding.
Might
I feel like that's.
Might I ask what kind of
I might not
weapons
be wrong.
were?
They were
Have
siege.
you looked through the book?
They were siege weapons.
Yeah, siege weapons.
What, the bodies?
You know a good bit about the Gigarats.
Oh, yeah,
Do they tend to grabs? Do they tend to use? They
secret
get
rank?
big.
He's not going to talk about it in front of the captain. That's dwarf business.
The captain probably already knows about their
Nah, he's a human. Look at him.
Captain, can we get the next week's pay so we can go out for this next?
You haven't finished the first week.
Well,
Dude.
I know.
I point it. This should be bonus time.
He's in it.
In all fairness,
We got him.
We only
alive.
got
We
done
him
in less
alive.
than a week.
Right?
We should get bonus.
You're planning on playing this weekly,
And we got-
we finished the.
And I
mean, we
he
will
was
be
ready
gone
to pay
for-
me 1,000 gold or something like that to the locate.
Yeah.
Yeah, we
Wait,
No, he wasn't willing
No.
to pay that.
Yeah.
That was the point.
He was going to.
He was going to.
He
that
was
the thing.
delaying as long as absolutely possible.
And we're headed. We'll probably be gone for a week or more.
Commandant.
Out to
You're
Commandant.
leaving?
We have to go to Commandant to try to solve the missing clerk.
Yeah, and get
all that missing
track
money.
down Vossmeyer.
No.
which location
Carlsbad.
holds control of the
Okay.
northern section of the town?
There isn't a specific locating that anybody's aware of. They all cover the whole town.
We do know though.
They have different areas and focus though.
Well, we don't know if he's left town yet or not.
Right, but we know where he was headed.
Potentially.
Yeah.
But we should try to make sure that he's not
in town
We need
before
to
we
get the
start going out
information.
there.
Where are your safe houses? Up around that given area. That this guy could be hiding out in.
For the Purple Hand,
Mm-hmm.
he gives you 1 or 2 addresses.
Thank you. If he's truly
Go
a
make
member
a
of the
safe
Purple
house
Hand,
on
which we
safe.
believe he obviously is, and we've seen him leave a certain bar carrying
Yeah,
heavy items, we assume he's got to be staying somewhere close to that. The sword and flail.
that makes sense. He gives you 2 addresses to check near the Sword and Flail.
Okay.
I think
We
we
might-
should also.
We might want to go meet up with the lawyer, the chancellor, and determine which place our missing chancellor's hand or whatever his actual station is. Which place he might want to burn next. AKA go back through his lists and try to figure out which place.
We're not gonna be able to- we didn't know he was going to burn Vossmeyer's.
And you said it was his last job anyway, so he's not going to burn anything else.
Okay.
But we know that he keeps using the same coach. We could find out if that if he took a coach, we'll know if he left the city. You know, if he already left the city, because it's not just an inner city job. Now he's talking about
How about
Long
like tomorrow
trip.
morning we go ask the coaching and see if
Or tonight.
it's not late. Yeah,
Let's do it
wait,
today.
what time is it?
It's early by the time you're done interrogating this guy, I would say probably late afternoon.
That's what happens when you read books all the way through the night and you don't sleep. We told you.
You lose track of time, especially in a dwarven tavern. You can't see the sun.
Too much to rock.
They don't have any windows
Yeah,
because they don't
just-
need those.
Just
Dwarven
all
Tavern,
rock.
also known as a cave.
Right.
That's right.
So
Just
are
all
we-
rock.
I
Nothing.
mean, if you want a nice view, they put a rock on the table.
This is quartz. Rose quartz.
Be impressed. We don't need any of that open air
Explosion.
nonsense.
So do we want to stay?
Stone
Check
jar
the coach
plants.
first. See if he's in town. If he's in town, figure out something else. Some other places to look tonight. If he's left town, then we better get our affairs in order to head out to Common as well.
I can't, other than the schematic thing for the dwarves, I can't think of anything else that's keeping us here.
And there's not a huge timeline on the schematics.
And the
so-
cats.
Around about that time, Thad,
Mm-hmm.
you return to the marshal's office,
Mm-hmm.
dog in tow. Your dog was perfectly fine, relaxed and everything. Seemed like it had a great night's sleep. No worse for wear.
And they just let me take it.
Yeah,
Realize
that was the
that's
deal.
2 tails.
All right.
Good tongue.
Well, we can make the assumption that
What's up, guys?
Skaven.
She does inform you that
Hey, you got your dog?
does inform you in 6 months the first litter is hers.
Oh,
Oh!
No.
you can't just run off like that, man. You gotta let us know where you're going. Like if you're going to get your dog, let us know. Like
I asked multiple
Well,
times.
anyways,
right. I
And you
said
guys
right
kept saying
we
after
got-
we do this and after we do this, and I just had to go take care of it.
anyways, yeah, we need to go.
Anyway, so while I was walking over here, sorry to interrupt you, young man, but I translated the message.
Okay.
What message?
Why is everybody so serious in here?
Death, destruction, decay, undead.
Violence.
You know, the
Undead.
Lack of beer.
Yeah.
So
He had wine.
Vogel resides now at SI City, I think. 8th Sigismund Weg in Oster. No one here knows of them. We deal in cold bodies only. Chaosy shit. Visir Bar Mott.
Oh, so bar
Bar.
is the name, but it also is the bodies that are missing. See, so you don't want to start this with me. My brain. Carter said.
Now he's on it. He's locked in.
Carter said the greatest moments he's ever gone back and watched are when I think I know what I'm talking about, and all I do is derail everything.
You just start connecting dots.
Dad, you can watch us. Okay, we're back to exactly where we started.
But I think what
But it said bodies missing.
No, it says we deal in cold bodies only.
We deal dead bodies.
We deal in corpses rather than living
So
people.
Isn't that what I said?
Yaren provided that to us, right?
Yes, that was
So-
the note that was given to him before he defected.
And that was given to him by another member of Purple Hand.
It was delivered to him.
Oh,
Yes.
it was delivered when he was a captive. That's right.
No, not when he was a captive.
When he was
Before he
still part of
defected.
Oh,
Sigismund big.
so they deal in bodies.
We
That's
have,
the other
we're,
cult.
we're in the little.
You're in the office of the captain.
Do you know of any city or any street in the city named Sigismundberg?
Yeah, I think it's in Ostor.
I mean, I did say that. So Ostor's a city?
It's a district of the city.
Oh, okay. Well, yeah. Anybody know Vogel?
Vogel,
Res-
he's a young attendant that deals with communication between the branches of the cult.
Is his last name Resades?
R-E-A-S?
Resades.
Reside.
Reside.
I am telling you.
R-E-S-I-D-E-S.
Resides.
W is A. This is why I was so confused earlier when I was like, is there a spelling mistake in this?
W.
W.
A, yeah.
Resides. I didn't know if that was a last name or something.
Okay.
I thought resides made more sense,
Maybe.
but okay.
Maybe
Vogel
it's,
resides now at.
maybe it's poor handwriting.
It could be. SICTY.
Sickety.
City Walk.
Yeah, City 8 Sigismund in Oster. No one here
68
knows of
Sigismund
them.
Veg.
We deal in cold bodies only.
Vogel he's the communique
I'm
between
afraid to
branches.
actually announce.
Vogel is the
curiosity
clerk that
here.
or the
We'll get
messenger.
corruption points.
He encodes the messages, and apparently badly in some cases.
You could do it.
It's extra secure.
Yeah, I'm not saying that out loud. You can say that all you like. I'm not saying that out loud.
What?
You could dream. Alright.
This line right here. Very chaosy.
Maybe it's misspelled too.
Well, that's like
A spell.
Tzench is spelled correct.
Can I take a look?
Isn't it Zinch and not Tzench?
Yeah,
I'm
Zench.
poet.
Zench.
Yeah,
How do you know?
it's Zinch. But
So halfling.
3 times.
How do you
That's
know
like
what
3
chaos
corruption
Yep.
points.
Zen shows up. It's
well,
like
because that's
Beetlejuice.
apparently not Midnight, so I can.
It's Wastelander.
Well, okay, is it?
What?
So are all Wastelanders chaosy?
Yes.
With that,
Cor-
I take my
cor-
dog and leave.
According to Frederick, yes.
Hey, halfling, can I take a look?
Yeah, they're. I don't want this crap on me.
What?
I'm not.
And he suddenly grows a third eye.
So
Not my responsibility
to
anymore.
the
Yay.
coaching company first. All of us together now that the
Where are we
boy
going?
and his dog have returned.
We need to go to Oster, right?
Or we have to
go
Old
find
Yeller.
whoever that is. Old Yeller. It's brown and white, man. It's a Saint Bernard.
This time.
Something like that. Yeah, it's a Saint Bernard.
He's a
He doesn't seem very saintly.
Okay, so Vogel
I hope
is
you
like
lose
a
leg or
is a
something, so I have to
minor
drag you
member
around
of the
this
cult.
dog.
Like I said, his job is to encode and decode messages going between the different wings. So what this note is saying is Vogel, this messenger, now resides at this address in Ostor. No one there knows him. Nobody knows that he's there. Nobody from whoever is sending this message knows of them. That the source of the message deals in cold bodies only. Then there's a Zench phrase, and it's signed by Vizier Bar. M.O.T. is Magister of Terribilis.
Oh, okay. Okay.
So Bar is the
So yeah, and there's people.
Well, and that's
disappearing,
what this
right?
guy was saying. This Bar was in line to take over that branch of the cult.
God, even a
So,
cult has
so
bureaucracy.
Vogel
They
would
do.
Vogel would know the contacts at the different places, but not know who they are.
He wouldn't. He
just-
wouldn't have minimal. He would have minimal information. He gets a note. He translates it. He sends it to an address.
Gotcha. Okay. So coach and see
The,
if he's
the main thing is the note confirms some of what Yarmund is telling you, as far as bar and so forth.
So if we would have waited and deciphered it, we would have.
You would have had some of the information, but you wouldn't necessarily have had any of the context.
Right.
That it wouldn't have made much sense.
Right.
That's the main thing. Okay, so
Especially
you-
since it was written poorly, right?
well, it was written correctly. You translated poorly.
Right.
Zench. It's chaos.
Which one? Which one is Zench?
Okay, so you guys plan it. Zench is the deceiver.
Do what?
Zench is the deceiver, the illusion magic.
The elf kept confusing Ernie.
Yeah, the blue one.
Yep.
So the
So your plan is to go to the Kochi Inn and check for,
see if he's left the city. through
Carlsbad.
that coaching. Yep.
and then check out the 2 addresses.
Yep.
Okay. So we'll pick up there next time in 2 weeks. 1 week. 1 week. Sorry.
2?
1 week. 1 week.
Okay.
Well, we
Unless
seem to
something
play every other game anyways because of other conflicts. But right now we'll play in 1 week.